Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to IRC Super. And it's a Super Thursday tonight, isn't it? And we are here for the United States Grand Prix in Austin, Texas. Of course, the music capital of the world, or so I've been told then. We got 19 drivers here tonight. We've also got a debutant as well. So let's see how he gets on. He's Rizzle Sticks. I love that name. I'm going to be honest. I'm really looking forward to be calling that name when I'm getting really excited about things going on. But anyway, yeah, we are here in the United States and we are about to get cracking in on what is a fantastic racetrack, isn't it? Or, well, you kind of think so, isn't it? When you borrow corners from other from other circuits around the world, like we're on board here, we go through, of course, the Silverstone-inspired Magnus and Beckett section, but only in the good old US of A. We've also got, of course, the Turn 8 of Istanbul, which is actually Turn 18 on this circuit, and of course that is not as formidable as what it normally is, but yeah, still it's a decent corner nonetheless. You get some very good action actually around there, really. Of course, if anyone remembers, the Verstopper, wasn't it? Max Verstappen. So that was that was a controversial end to 2018, I think it was, wasn't it, or 17 in America? So absolutely brilliant stuff indeed. Then, as apologies about this, guys. I'm just waiting for the stream to come up on my phone, and we'll be away. There we go. I gotta say, I think I had a I think I've got a bit of a slow internet, so I'm going to have to give the hamster a good old feed in. We've got a couple of comments already in the old boxer, in the old comment section. But before we do, let me just quickly do the copy and paste and make sure that all the drivers can see what is going on as well. As Matt just asked if we're live. Yes, we are live, and we are raring to go. As I am slightly late as normal, really, and I'll also share it in the old Elite League as well. I gotta say, of course, that Slim is only 2 points away from being the Elite champion for Season 3. That means we're going to have 3 different champions in IRC Elite, which is absolutely splendid stuff, isn't it? I was going to say spectacular, but for some reason I didn't. But yeah, that's absolutely splendid, isn't it, for Slim? Then really good stuff indeed. I think he is 2 points away, if I'm not very much mistaken, from being the champion. I think he's 50 points in front of Jamie, who's in second position. So, and of course, you get fast up these days for you get a point for fast up these days as well, don't you? So yeah, well done to Slim, then very good stuff indeed. But of course, it's not done until it's done now. But McLaren have also were crowned the constructors champions as well last night. So fantastic stuff indeed then for Elite, and a very good stuff. Well, it was very good stuff indeed, wasn't it? Anyway, then we are in qualifying one. Then we are 14 minutes left in this qualifying one session. We're just watching Timmy at the moment, and as we're watching Timmy coming down the back straight, we got Sprint saying, "Evening, Sean." Good evening, Sprint. Hope you're right. We've also got Roscoe as well. How's the sunburn, Sean? Oh goodness me, I gotta say, I think I got heat frustration and heat stroke and all that kind of stuff. Blimey, I was fainting as well. That was just walking to the fridge. Anyway, we're now just watching Timmy, who's going to have the first time. No, he isn't. I think it's going to be JJ. No, JJ is on and out left. We've got yellow flags fluttering down the far part of the course. And as we got Marcus Smith saying evening. Or sorry. Evening, Marcus. Hope you're well today. Then, as we've got a 33611 straight off the bat there for Timmy. Good stuff indeed. Then we have also got Rizzle Sticks. As I gotta say, I'm quite immature. I am, so I quite like that name, and that's really tickled me. We've got a racing point coming through as well. As Asdog has gone fastest so far. Good stuff there from Asdog. Of course, we've only got 3 more rounds to go this season, haven't we, in RC Super? And my goodness me, it's been fantastic. And of course, T-Sammy's already wrapped up the Drivers' Championship. What about the Constructors' Championship, though? Well, it's 114 points as it stands at the moment, so I think that I think Toro Rosso have already won it, haven't they, really? Of course, they won it last time out, so fantastic stuff there for Toro Rosso. So, constructors and drivers have been wrapped up, and but of course, we still got Battle for Second going on, haven't we? Which, of course, was a part of the Facebook feed earlier on, wasn't it? So, really good stuff indeed, and we got such an incredible battle, haven't we? We've got Matt, we got Steve, we got Maxi, Roscoe, and Asdog as well. Unfortunately, Fizzy was in that, but Fizzy was in that battle until last week, where the racist thing go his way, did it, in Mexico, unfortunately for Fizzy, but Nonetheless, I think this is a fantastic season. That incredible win in Japan, I think, would be my all-time favourite. My goodness me, what a race that was in Japan! It was absolutely fantastic, wasn't it? JJ has just popped himself into 6th fastest now in the McLaren. Good stuff there from JJ. Currently in 19th position in the Drivers' Championship, on at 6 points so far for JJ. And remember, I think he's just getting quicker and quicker. JJ is. This is his first official season, first official full season, I should say, in IRC. Of course, he had a couple of races in season 5, I think it was, towards the back end of season 5, didn't he? But yeah, so I think this season, no, sorry, season 6, my apologies, season 6 it was, and I'm getting all my seasons mixed up there as well. These seasons go by too quick these days, aren't they? Just watching Hog Dennis, he's coming out of turn 17 as well. We've got Harry on track on the back straight, Max is out there as well, Rizzle Sticks is invalidated his time, so he's going to have to go around again, but we're keeping on the debuts on here tonight, and it'll be interesting to see what he's going to do then. Here comes Hog coming through the final turn as well, and look at that lovely bit of drive from the Ferrari, the only Ferrari in the race here tonight, and lovely shot from the nose cone here of Hog as we drive up the hill as well, and he's in currently 5th position at the moment then. So then as I think I've got my telemetry up, I have indeed then. We're just going to have a look to see Matt's out on track at the moment. He's going for the S's then. We've got Steve as well. I think he at the moment is the king of qualifying. He is at the moment though, isn't he, Steve, as he has got 5 pole positions, but I think that he is now sharing the throne, isn't he, so to speak, as Brown is invalidated this time, but he's in 3rd position. Good stuff there. Sprints up to 4th position now. Harry has just moved up in the 5th position in the Renault. Lovely stuff indeed there from Harry, yeah, he's really right well up there indeed then. Both Renaults then are on a very good strong end to the season, isn't he? Snapu hadn't scored points up until I think it was the last couple of races. I think it was in Russia, wasn't it, where he scored points, and then since then he has been on a much better run of form, hasn't he? Maxi is currently on 5 pole positions along with Steve, so that is going to be a interesting battle to determine who is going to be the king of pole position this season. Last season, remember, it was John Cox. I think he had 7 pole positions, didn't he, in Super in the end, didn't he? Absolutely fantastic stuff there. Of course, I think that might be beaten this season, isn't it? We've got 3 rounds to go. Could be C, and look at that, C there, right on the money straight away. A 10th a second in front of Maxi. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Rizzle Sticks is just coming out of the final turn as well. We'll leave him be for the minute. Out of the final turn is Matt. Matt comes up to the line, and he goes at 4 fastest than Matt does on the Red Bull. Good stuff indeed. Then Rizzle Sticks, he's getting very squirrely there, isn't he? And he is just starting his lap once again. Then we've also got Sven, who's gone into 15 for the moment then as well. Lovely shot in here. We're on board with a debutant now, and I got to say, it's a very tough track, isn't it, to start your debut here in IRC, isn't it? Luckily for me, I made my debut season 4, I think it was, in the Abu Dhabi race. So and really, it's very tough to hit anything in Abu Dhabi, isn't it? So I was quite lucky that day. Unfortunately, it did go too well for me. I think I finished last, actually. I think I was 13th or 12th or 14th, something like that. Let's just say I'm trying to erase it from my memory, because yeah, it wasn't my finest of race, as broke my front wing, and to be honest, I thought I was doing alright, then realised that I was nowhere near the pace, because everyone else had pitted. Anyway, enough about my appalling record in league racing. Let's see, Rizzle Sticks car 98, he's invalidated this time again. So anyone who's new join us here tonight, welcome. We're here in America, and of course we've got 3 races to go. There are still 78 points up for grabs there in the drivers' standings, in the constructors' standings as well. I think I've actually prematurely crowned Toros and constructors champions. I think they're almost there, and they're almost home and dry. I think I'll let you know by the end of this race whether they will be constructors champions or not. I think they need the bare minimum of points, actually. Is literally all they need, I think, is about 15, something like that. So I think that might be done and dusted as well. Unfortunately, Red Bull have been a formidable team though, with Maxi and Matt, haven't they? When they was drawn out the hat way back in January time, wasn't it? We thought that was going to be a team, but there's been some incredible, impressive teammates this year, hasn't it? Of course, Toro Rosso have been the head and shoulders above everyone else there, but of course, Racing Point and Red Bull have been absolutely stellar as well, haven't they? We were just watching at Roscoe, and I got to say, I've been absolutely appalling so far. I haven't even gone through the drivers and the constructors standings. Goodness me! Let's quickly quickly go through them now, shall we? We're on board Roscoe at the moment, and it's his teammate who is the world champion of Super Season 7. Fantastic achievement there from T Sammy. Really well done indeed then. Matt is second there at the moment, and he is heading the train of 4 cars that is battling away then for that second position and runner-up spot. It's all about pride, isn't it? It might be one of the most dangerous things in motorsport, isn't it? So he's in second. So third is Steve with Maxi 4th and Roscoe in 5th position. Asdog dropping down 6th then. Those guys are battling tooth and nail for second position in the driver's standings. Really looking forward to seeing how that goes. Fizzy's in 8th position now. Timmy, a great result last time out. He has moved up into 8th position with Sprint dropping down to 9th position as well. Fizzy, Sprint and Timmy are going to be having an all-out war as well. It's 10 points separates those 3 drivers at the moment. It's getting very interesting indeed, isn't it? Then we have got Dave in 10th position moment in the Haas. 11th position is Harry. Harry's only 6 points away from Dave now. Woody in 12th position. Hog 13th. Penny 14th. Double is in 15th. Brown 16th. Snap in PB 17th and 18th. And JJ in 19th position. And Broke Gorilla is the final person to score points in 20th position then. Sven at the moment hasn't got off the market, has he? He's been I think he's had some very good races and he's been very unlucky at the same time, hasn't he? We've got outlets for T Sammy, for Sven out there as well then, so this is going to get very interesting indeed. And JJ is back out on track at the moment, but he's currently had a pole in first sector there, so he's probably going to have to abandon this lap and come in and go back out again then, isn't he? In the Constructors' Championship then, it is Toro Rosso is leading by 114 points at the moment. Second position is Red Bull. Third position is the Racing Point, and it's all status quo. There's been no changes in the Constructors' Championship from before Mexico. Alfa Romeo in 4th, Mercedes 5th, McLaren in 6th position, 7th position is Ferrari, Renault is in 8th position, 9th is Haas, and Williams is in 10th position then as well. Then as finishes that lap as well. So it's T Sammy, of course, the champion, and we've also got Rizzle Sticks as well, also going to try his hand on this qualifying on this day in history here in America. So good stuff indeed then. Anyway then, so yes, we're on board then with the Sven then, he's going to have another crack then, as he's currently, his first time is almost 2 seconds slower than JJ at the moment, so I think that's not his best time at all, is it? We'll see what Sven can do now as he's coming for the S, and look at the understeer on that Alfa Romeo there. That car is just drifting wider and wider, wasn't it? And I think that Sven is now in no man's land. Unfortunately, he's also invalidated his time, so he leaves Sven to it on board the champion, and we've also got Rizzle Stick starting as well, so let's see what T Sammy does then in the Toro Rosso. Here he is now, yellow flags is fluttering, and an Alfa Romeo. Sven is, I think, had an adventure somewhere in front of us. On board T Sammy, and then of course the Greek driver, this champion of season 7 as well. He's been formidable, hasn't he? From start to finish. Australia, where he mastered the conditions very well in the rain, was it? We've had 2 very interesting races in the rain, haven't we? This season it's been a very good. Well, I'd say 2. We've had more than 2 interesting races in the rain, haven't we? But I think T Sammy, of course, a rain master in of South in Australia, just was raining, but not enough to go on the intermediate tires. It was really weird, wasn't it, to say the least? Of course, so the T did master conditions very well. As there's a beep there. I was wondering what that is. I wonder if someone thought I was going to say a bit of profanity there. T Sammy then coming out of turn 18 as well. Here he is then with the course now traditional, the famous green helmet there from the Greek driver. He is in turn 19 as well. He doesn't want to run out too wide. That is inch perfect there from T Sammy there. And let's see what he can do then. Currently he has 8 wins this season, 3 pole positions, and he has 13 podiums. So that just shows why he won the title this season. It's about consistency, isn't it? But 8 wins is still an incredible achievement, isn't it? We're on round, out of 18 rounds, he's had 8 wins there, and that is just under half, isn't it? That's brilliant stuff, and even I can work that out. Rizzle Sticks is going to have another crack then. Sven is also going to try his hand, and there's JJ. Oh goodness me, JJ is well out there. I think he's at the S's, isn't he? He is in the S's there, and I think he's just probably visiting the fans. He just wants to get closer. We've got intermediate tyres for Fizzy, as he might be expecting a downpour. Remember, we had a downpour here in 2015. I was sat on my sofa. I was going to say couch then. I've really got the American feel, haven't I? I was sat on my sofa back in 2015. I think it was my mate's birthday actually back then, and they was all moaning at me to move move, but of course qualifying was delayed. I think qualifying was on at 5 o'clock that day, wasn't it? And I just waited till 8 o'clock, and then in the end I think qualifying was cancelled about 9 o'clock that evening or something like that. But yeah, I'll sit there and just wait until it comes on, because that's what I love to do. Of course, in Canada as well, 2011, I think that was the longest I've ever sat down and watched a live Formula 1 show. 4 hours and 4 minutes the actual race was, but I'm sure the program itself started about half six at night, maybe even earlier than that. And Sven there getting very waggy there. Of course, he looked like a happy dog wagging its tail then as he comes out of turn 17 then into turn 18 as well, and not taking too much curve. Oh goodness me, then almost going on to the outside curve then. I thought he was coming straight for me then into 20 as well. Then lovely turn and circle there from Sven then out of the final corner, and he goes into, well, he improves by a second there. That is still very perilous as well. Penny at the moment is PB are still in the pits moment. What about Rizzlesticks then? He has used a lot of hers quite early on this lap then, so he's coming through the final turn as well. Here comes the debutant. Let's see what he can do then. His target time to get out of qualifying was a 34, which is by his teammate. He's done a 35 so far, but he is now, I think he's just learning all the time, isn't he? Rizzlesticks is, so good stuff indeed then. In the drop zone at the moment, we have PB, who's not really a fan of going out in qualifying. I think he might just be happy to save his tyres. I reckon that he might just be enjoying the stream. Who knows? But we've also got Rizzlesticks there just getting out of the way there. As one of the McLarens out there. That's Timmy who's out on track at the moment, isn't he? Really throwing that car around. A lovely shot there when he was on board with Rizzlesticks. Beautiful stuff indeed. Then we have got 19 cars in this session, which means we are expected to lose 4 cars, and that is 16th, 17th, 18th. For 19th, those are the positions we're lining up. Then, of course, everyone who there is a lot of familiar faces that does join the. Oh, lovely shot here from the side part of that. The future. That's a fantastic shot, isn't it? Beautiful stuff indeed. There, as Timmy is demonstrating what the DRS is, the drag reduction system. There is two drag reduction systems on this circuit, on this course, and one on the start finish straight, and of course one on that back straight where he just was. Then, Timmy is throwing the car here. Then, of course, having a pumpkin as a helmet there, that's very frightful indeed, isn't it? Sprint is retired from the session. He should be safe. Anyway, going back to the qualifying rules, I apologise. I'm always going off on a tangent, really. I should concentrate more, really, shouldn't I? So Timmy coming into 19 as well. Oh, look at that sunshine now glistening off those curves there. It's a beautiful day here in Austin, and that is definitely what you two would like as well, isn't it? Of course, they love a beautiful day, don't they? Up into 4th position goes Timmy then, and he is 4 tenths of a second away from T. Sammy, who is currently in 3rd position at the moment as well. Let's turn our attention though to Rizzlesticks and Sven with 3 lap. Oh, tyres, and that's a Red Bull there. I think Sven might be out of this qualifying session. He is now, unfortunately. So Sven is out of qualifying. That is very unfortunate indeed. And Rizzlesticks then is going to have another crack now. Let's go on board there with Rizzlesticks then. Oh, he's invalidated his time. I think that's it for Rizzlesticks as well. We have our 4 cars out of qualifying then. So in qualifying 1, that all we was aiming for there was to light up 16th, 17th, 18th and 19th position then. We have 3 parts to qualifying. Q1 18 minutes long, Q2 15 minutes long, and Q3 12 minutes long then. Of course, Q2 is where we're trying to aim to line up 11th to 15th, and of course anyone who gets in the top 10 must start on those tyres which you set your fastest time on. Going into Q3 12 minutes then, it's a top 10 shootout for pole position. Who is going to be the fastest man on this day in history? That is going to be answered very, very soon indeed then. So that is the. So apologies if anyone's like, I know about these qualifying rules, but of course we do have new fans all the time, don't we? And it'd be very unfair to not know what. Very unfair on them not to know what is going on there, is it? So yeah, that is what's good. That's what we're doing at the moment in qualifying. If any of you older fans remember back in the day where we used to just have an hour of qualifying, that was it. 12 laps, 4 sets of tyres, go as quickly as you can. So of course it's a bit more complicated this day and age, but I think it's the best form of qualifying, isn't it? As a Rizzlesticks there, it's just coming through to finish his lap now. No, he's coming in the pits then. And I can see that, but I think he always took a bit of a cute angle there coming in the pits then. But Rizzlesticks is in the pits now, and that is the end of qualifying 1 then. And you can see it's a very up to date pit lane, so because we got 3 lanes here. We've got a fast lane, a slow lane, of course, and the pit apron as well. So good stuff indeed there. Unfortunately for Rizzlesticks, that'll be it for his qualifying attempt here tonight. But don't worry about that, folks. He will be back in action. He'll be flying around in anger in the race itself. Coming up in just under 45 minutes time, 40 minutes time, something like that. Yeah, we're going into qualifying 2 now as well. And so unfortunately we lost Sven, Rizzle Sticks, PB and Penny all out qualifying. Unfortunately, we're going to go into qualifying 2 in just a few moments time then. And Frank Mead there saying evening. Good evening, Frank. Hope you're enjoying us. Hope you're enjoying my company, because I'm certainly enjoying yours. And everyone else who has joined us tonight, I hope you're having a very fine Thursday afternoon. Of course, I'll be much better when it's Friday, to be honest, because it's my chip night, so I'm really looking forward to that. And I think my favourite chippy is actually open back up for business. So yep, I'm really looking forward to that. Food is my favourite part of life, apart from Formula 1, of course. That is actually my most favourite thing in life, and I'm really happy to say that I think the Austrian Grand Prix on the 5th of July is going to be going ahead then. Thank goodness for that. Of course, there's been awful things going on in the world this year. It's been awful, hasn't it, really? It's been out of a horror movie, really, isn't it? Like a sci-fi film. Horrific scenes going on, and of course sport has to take a back seat sometimes, isn't it, when it comes to real life. But I, for one, am so happy to see Formula 1 back in action, and the football as well. So yeah, I've got to say, I didn't realise how much of a sports fan I was until until everything stopped. Anyway, we're going into qualifying 2 then, and enough of me nattering on, well, which unfortunately I will be doing now for the rest of the stream. But yeah, so we're going into qualifying 2 now. We've got 14 minutes in this session then, and you can see then everyone is changing those tyres. We've got Alstock, who's thrown on a set of hard tyres then. Of course, on the left hand side then, that tower there, it shows us what tyres that they got on at the moment, currently on those cars then. And look at those mechanics out in sync then. That's almost choreographed, isn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed then. And we've also got Mercedes coming out on track as well of a sprint then. There he is, coming out of the garage. Fantastic, hasn't he? I think Sprint has had a very good season, hasn't he? Remember, he joined halfway through last season as well, didn't he? First 4 official season with IRC, and he's done an absolutely splendid job as well, hasn't he? Sprint has. He has been ever present in 14 rounds so far. This will be his 15th start, so good stuff indeed then. And sorry, I just I swallowed at the wrong time there. Anyway, and so we've got a Toro Rosso who's out first, and it is the champion T Sammy then, who's on the medium compound tire. Oh goodness me, then he was I think he was trying to keep those tires optimal, but they were very cold at that point, weren't they? I thought he was going to be drifting off there. T Sammy is as well. So just watching T Sammy then, and of course he has won it now, so he can have some fun out there, can he? And I'm wondering then if he wants to go and try and get a double figure in terms of wins here to the season. Then he needs to win at least 2 more races of the final 3 to win 10. He's on 8 at the moment, isn't he? But his podiums have been fantastic, hasn't he? He's been on the podium 13 times in 18 races. He's only not been on the podium in 5 races there. I think he's only not scored in 1 race, which is back in Hungary. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed there from T Sammy, isn't he? He's a talent to say the least, isn't he? And that's kind of putting it very mildly indeed then. Anyway, let's go on board with our champion, shall we? Let's enjoy this ride around Austin, Texas. Well, coming into turn 19. Look at that sun, it's blinded you, isn't it? I think I was talking to Matt and Dave towards the end of last season about whether the sun blinds you or not when it's that low in the sky, and they both said it didn't distract them, which I gotta say, that's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? Because if I was trying to drive into the sun like that, it would blind me. I'd need to wear my sunglasses. I'll still go off and miss turn 20. That is my excuse. It was the sun that got in my eyes, which it probably isn't. I'm just not very good. We're on board T-Town and coming through, and look at that. That is inch perfect there, isn't it? Going through the first sector as well. Of course, he has done a 25.4 in the first sector. Fantastic, isn't it? Look at how calm he is at the wheel. He's not hacksawing away, is he? That is absolutely inch perfect. That is perfection, isn't it? From T Sammy, and very well, and that's incredible, isn't it? How smooth he is, isn't it? I think that if anyone's actually played this game, don't you feel that sometimes you're like all over the show, especially when you've got the medium tires on as well? These are not the grippiest of tires there, so that is just T Sammy's talent there. Brilliant stuff indeed then, as he's really he's a fine racing driver, isn't he? As all these guys are, of course. To get into qualifying 2 in the Super League, you must be quick then, and very good, very well done to all 15 of these drivers so far. And we are now aiming to lose another 5 drivers somehow in that pool of talent. Goodness me, it's going to be very difficult, isn't it, to drop the 5 drivers, isn't it? Come for turn 19 as well. Look at that sun. That's so low, isn't it, in the sky here in Austin? And now he's coming in turn 90 as well. Then taking a bit of the curve there. This feels like doesn't feel like a qualifying lap, does it? We've been on board with T Sammy, but my goodness me, then this is going to be a very competitive time. So he's done a 33.8 there for T Sammy, and he is currently top. He's currently top by almost 6/10 of a second there. That's fantastic, wasn't it? When we was on board with him, that didn't feel like he was pushing at all, did it? That was incredible stuff, wasn't it? Very well and very cool. Done there for T Sammy. Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Matt is third fast at the moment. We got Sprint, who has just gone up into second fast at the moment there in the Mercedes. Good stuff indeed there from Sprint. And remember, he's in a championship. He's in a championship drivers standings battle as well. Brown has just gone into seventh fast at the moment. Aslog's moved himself up into fourth, and that's on the hard tires there. Interesting stuff indeed. Doubles not messing about. He's straight on the soft compound tires. Double is, and he is in sixth fast at the moment. And we got yellow flag as we got one of the Toro Rossos of who's out. That looks like Roscoe, isn't it? Roscoe is got off into the scene. Has got off into the scene of the crowd there. Goodness me, crowd I meant to say. Harry is invalidated this time. So is Max as well. So we'll leave him to it. So is Sprint there. Goodness me, I'm picking the wrong guys. Here comes Steeden as he powers out of the pit lane there. Lovely shot here from the racing point as well, which is soon to be known as Aston Martin. I've just read somewhere. I'm not sure if it's right or not. So if it's not right, then please let me know, because I don't want to sound like an idiot in front of all you guys, but I'm sure I just read somewhere about Toto Wolff stepping down as Mercedes team principal. I'm not sure how legit that is or not, but it's very interesting stuff, isn't it? On board Max at the moment there. So at the moment we haven't got anyone who's on a flying lap because we've had a lot of invalidations in this one. Roscoe's out of the pits at the moment there. Snap is back on the lap now. Snap, I got to say, listen to this. In the last couple of races for Snap, he's been well, I was going to say, apart from Mexico, he's basically turned the season around, hasn't he? Snap has. Of course, in Russia and Japan, he scored a total of 10 points. Has really launched himself back in there. And remember, last season, Snap in season 6 was absolutely fantastic. He was, wasn't he? Really showing some pace. I think season 7 he's been unlucky, and I'm wondering if he's just now looking forward to the next season then, which I'm definitely looking forward to next season. Of course, season 8 of IRC Super, incredible stuff, isn't it? Harry there is just going through the S's now then, before stamping on the throttle and going down the hill as well. Lovely shot there. You can see the underbelly of the car. That's incredible, isn't it? You don't get to see that often, do you? And now then flying into turn 10 as well. Look at those brake discs glowing there. Fantastic indeed. Then I would tell you what degrees they are, but my numbers is rubbish. As for some reason, the higher the numbers goes, I get scared of it. That's why I don't work in finance. You see, big numbers scare me. Board with Harry then as he's coming down then the back straight as well. He has gone slightly wide there, but that's still fine. That's still fine and dandy there as he comes into turn at number 16 as well. So now into the final part of the course then. Of course, this you can see the track map as we got a Toro Rosso there who is right off the track there. We didn't even see him. I think that was Roscoe, wasn't it? Roscoe is that's not Roscoe, it's T Sammy. T Sammy there is I don't know, I think he might have been doing a Hamilton-esque kind of thing when Hamilton wins in Silverstone, going right to the edge of the fans there. We're just watching Harry coming through the final turn as well. DRS is wide open and he is in 8th fastest so far. Harry has said, I don't think that's going to be comfortable for Harry. Steve is on track as well. Snap is back out there as well. Roscoe is just completing his lap, as is Maxi. Maxi has done his best in sector 2 then. Lovely stuff indeed then. And now it's coming up to turn 19 as well then, as XO Temp there said, hey, oh sorry, hi, it's Timmy's stepson again. Hello, how are you? I hope you're enjoying the stream so far. Maxi certainly is. He's fast at the moment there. He's just gone in front of T Sammy as well. And at the moment, Temp, your stepdad is currently in 5th fastest. I was going to say 4th, but unfortunately Roscoe spoiled my party there. Snap is coming down the back straight as well, and here comes Steve then on turn 18 as well then in the racing point now. It's great to have all you guys along with us here tonight. I'd love to hear your opinions. I'd love to hear if that news about Toto Wolff is actually true or not as well, because I don't really want to sound like an idiot. And of course I'd also love to hear your opinions on the season that is happened this year, and of course who's been the best driver you feel this season. Of course it might be an easy one, as of course with the list of accolades we've been reading out for T Sammy this season. Remember, this is T Sammy's debut here in Super, so I just think he's going to get stronger and stronger, isn't he? Snap is invalidated this time, and I thought he was going to drive into the bell. I think that might have been a bit of anger there from Snap. Then I thought he was going to drive to the pit wall there. I've seen a couple of cars in the pit wall there, haven't I? Which has been interesting as well. So Snap is invalidated this time as well, and so he's unfortunately going to have to go around again. And Harry is also going to have to go in the pits then. So Max is currently fast at the moment in the drop zone. We've got Harry, we've got JJ Brown, and Hog and Snap as well then. So those guys are all in the drop zone at the moment, and we'll see how we go at the moment. And Asdog is currently rattling the people's cages at the moment, isn't he? He's on the hard tire there. That is really going to be really put the cat amongst the pigeons, isn't it? For Asdog, or maybe the dog amongst the cats then, perhaps. Snap then coming down the hill now. Then we've got Jan van den Brink saying, "Easy guys, everyone's still in good health." I'm certainly, well, I've never been in good health, but I am certainly well at the moment then. As we're just watching Snap coming down, and I think everyone else is in good health as well. I hope so, and I hope everyone is staying safe and enjoying the sunshine as much as you can, really, because it's only May, isn't it? My goodness me, it's so hot, isn't it, out there? Goodness me, a ginger like myself, I've got to say, I'm going to have to get the factor 50 on, and I didn't think I'll need that until at least July, but yeah, that's really caught me unaware, so I'm going to have to somehow skate to the shop. Luckily, I'm a very quick man. Snap there, not on this game now. Snap is coming out now, and we got it's coming out turn 18 then. We're going to leave Snap to it for the minute, so I think he might be coming in the pits. So he's done 3 laps on his medium tyres then. 10%, I think Steve has improved a lot over the season, and I think if Timmy starts from the back, he'll do quite well anyway. To be honest, I think that that's a very good assessment, by the way. Tim, thanks for that. I think Steve's had a fantastic season, hasn't he? And remember, in the first couple of races, he should have won. He should have won more, Steve does, believe it or not, because Steve's had 3 wins already. I think he should be probably got at least 2 more wins to his name, and because there's been a couple of safety cars. I think Azerbaijan was one of them, wasn't it? Of course, that incredible race where Asdog won the race. I think Steve might have been robbed there, certainly. Yeah, I think in a couple of, he was very unlucky, wasn't he? But Steve's had a mega season, hasn't he? He's really stepped up this season. And to be fair, his Hog is invalidated his time coming into the final, coming into turn 19 there, and he's in the pits now. Then Timmy there has just actually gone into a second fastest mode. Good stuff indeed there for Timmy. Very nicely done indeed. Matt's also gone fastest as well. They're all on the soft tyres at the moment. Good stuff indeed then. But yeah, I think Steve's had a fun. He's really, in the last couple of seasons, I think Steve's had been threatening to break out, hasn't he? And this season has certainly made people sit up and take notice. He should be higher up in the standings as well. He's been not only he should have had a couple more wins, he should be higher up as well, with a couple more podiums underneath his belt. Let's just take a quick look at Steve's season, shall we? Of course, he's had 5 pole positions. He's had 3 wins. He's had 7 podiums and 2 fast laps. He's only had 2 DNFs, so well done to Steve. They're very consistent indeed then. With Timmy, I think Timmy's been very unlucky, hasn't he? I feel he's been having some very good qualifying performances. Timmy has. He just seems to be involved in a couple of shenanigans right at the beginning of the race, doesn't he? Or in the middle of the race, just after the pit stop. He just seems to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Timmy does. Remember, he got pole position in Canada last season, didn't he? He has shown his 1-lap pace there, and he has been on the front row a couple of times this season as well. I think that Timmy is another man that give him. I think next season is going to be a breakout season for Timmy. He surely has to be in the frame for talking about when you're talking about the championship contenders for next season, isn't it? Of course, we've got the usual cast in there. We've got Matt, we've got Maxi, we've got T Sammy, but of course not forgetting Steve as well as Roscoe, and that's Dog as well. Goodness me, and Fizzy as well. I think Fizzy's had a breakout season. Goodness me, there I could list them all off, couldn't I? I'm going to be here all night, really. We've got a race to go through as well, haven't we? But yeah, there's been some outstanding drives this season. I think Timmy will be a breakout star next season. That is definitely, if I'm going to put money on anyone, if I'm a better man, which every time I do try and bet, it does it, the opposite team wins. But if I was a better man, I'll definitely put a couple of pound coins on Timmy there, as I'm quite a tight man, so that is as most you're going to get out of me. T Sammy coming through the final turn as well. He's on the soft tyres. T Sammy is. He throws himself second fastest, and he is. Wow, look how close he is. 300 of a second behind that Matt at the moment. That's very nip and tuck to say the least. Goodness me. Good stuff indeed there. Brown moving himself into 4th position. Another man who's had a very good qualifying performances, like Timmy, but races just seems to not go his way. Brown has been formidable, hasn't he, in the qualifying stakes there. He's been in Q3 more often than not, hasn't he? So he's been absolutely fantastic, hasn't he, this season, Brown has. And I feel that Williams there would be having a lot more points, wouldn't they, if they really would be, because PB has finished a lot of races, but unfortunately he's been 11th, which has been just outside the points. So unlucky there for PB, isn't it? I love the shot here from Brown though as well. You can see he's picking up a bit of marbles there on those tires then, as he is just trying to stay out of the way at the back straight as well. It's a lovely shot there indeed. I was liking that. Snap is back on track at the moment. Hogg is now starting his lap as well. We are going to get very interested now in the minute and a half left of this session as well. And lovely shot from Snap indeed. Then coming out turn 10 as well, and lovely stuff indeed. Now coming down the back straight, then of course a little straight, but you're going up and down here, aren't you? As Snap then is just peering over the hill then before dropping back down as well. On the right hand side you can see all the RVs, can't you? And that is where you want to be on this track, don't you? Goodness me, that would be great as well. You could probably smell the barbecues down there. Oh gosh, I'm really getting my taste buds tingling with that one. Lovely shot here from Snap then, of course that's a cracking shot indeed then. And of course we have already said then that the Drivers' Championship has been all but wrapped up. The Constructors' Championship can be wrapped up here today if I think if Toro Rosso scores about 15 more points in the Red Bull team, then it is almost wrapped up. And Asdog is in the way there. I think he's going to get out of the way. No, he isn't. So Snap there is oh no, he's gone to the back of Asdog, and oh dear, that's not good at all. Then Asdog's about to start his lap there, and Snap there as I think that was frustration on Snap's part, but goodness me, I think that's going to compromise Asdog. He got damage. He hasn't got damage, but Snap is out of the qualifying session, and that is not good at all, is it? It's unfortunate there. And look, Asdog is now in the drop zone. This is very much on the back foot now. Fizzy's out on track mode. Hall goes into 8 fast. It's good stuff from the Ferrari driver. Lovely stuff indeed there. Is that going to be enough though? I don't think it is, to be honest there, but do not listen to me. I'm just a ginger man sat on my sofa commentating on the best sport in the world then. Fizzy coming through the final turn, and he's out of turn 20 and 9/10 of a second away. He's gone on the curb slightly. He is in third fastest. Brilliant stuff there from Fizzy. Right on the money indeed then. And he is through into qualifying at 3 as well. Asdog, I think, is out. He is out of qualifying. He's 10 seconds off the pace. What about sprint? And Roscoe also goes through. He's fast as well. Hogg is currently in that final, occupying that final position for Q3. If I ever get my words out. And now then, what about sprint? Then sprint at the moment is on the money, isn't he? Oh, lovely shot here. You can see that's a very beautiful tower. It's very high up there, isn't it? Goodness me, I hope you haven't got vertigo when you got there. That's another YouTube reference, isn't it? Goodness me. And now we're coming through sprint, coming through turn 20. Sprint is on second position. Fantastic stuff from Sprint, and he is through into qualifying 3 as well. Asdog, I think, is going to be very upset about what's happened. I think Sprint might be as well. Of course, I think Asdog held out Sprint in the final 2 corners, and unfortunately they came to blows into the final turn, didn't they? It wasn't a very nice viewing, was it, for Asdog fans or for Snap fans either. Asdog, unfortunately, is in 12th position. He's right in the middle of the pack here, Asdog is, and that is slightly unfortunate to say the least then. Anyway, we're just finishing this qualifying session now. Unfortunately, we have lost Hogg, who is out of qualifying. We have lost Asdog, who's out of qualifying as well. We have lost Double out of qualifying. JJ and Snap all out of qualifying for qualifying 2, unfortunately. And now we're getting ready for qualifying 3 in just a few moments then. And I've got to say, it's the usual suspects in qualifying 3. Who is going to be on pole position then? You could draw it out of a hat, can't you? Because that is what it's going to be like. Of course, it's not going to be random. It's going to be who is the quickest, but it could be anyone's guess. Oh, T-Tommy's damaged the car. It's Roscoe who's damaged the car. And oh dear, I think that's just the AI, but hopefully everyone else is safely through. Of course, AI sometimes total themselves, don't they? And that's not good at all, is it? But yep, we're now going into qualifying 3 then, as Roscoe is taking a victory lap as well then, and he's also shown us a very good demonstration here actually of how steep this turn 1 is. Look at this, and we're almost looking into the sky there. Fantastic, isn't it? Anyway then, so now we're going into qualifying 3 in just a few moments, and this is the top 10 going for pole position then. Which one of these men is going to be fastest then for the United States then? Everyone has gone through in the qualifying 3 on the soft tires, apart from 2 guys, which is Maxi and Steve. Now that is going to be interesting, isn't it, for qualifying 3? That's going to be interesting for the race start then. Of course, the race start is one of my favourite times of the race as well. Of course, that's where all the drama happens, isn't it? But goodness me, though, it's going to be a very interesting start to say the least, isn't it? Unfortunately, out qualifying is Snap, JJ, Double, Asdog, and Hog are all out of qualifying, unfortunately, and they're going to have to be watching on the sidelines as we are getting ready for qualifying 3, which is coming up in just a few moments time then. Bear with us, folks, this is going to be a cracker, isn't it? Right then, we're coming into qualifying 3 in just a few moments then. As I was trying to, I was wetting my whistle there whilst we was just loading the screen in, because I think I'm going to need to have as much water on board as possible, then Right then, we're into qualifying 3 now then. We've only got 12 minutes to sort this out, guys, so let's get on with it, shall we? As T Sammy has retired from the session, as I'm sorry, I think we've got 9 actually, haven't we? Has T Sammy got a qualifying ban? He probably has. I should have been more on the parish notices there. So we've got 9 cars going for pole position. And who is it going to be? Can Fizzy get on pole position for the first time this season? What about Maxi? Can he go for a 6-1? What about Steve? Can he go for a 6 qualifying pole position as well? Can Roscoe get his 2nd pole position of the season? And what about Matt? Can Matt get his 4th pole position as well? Qualifying's been absolutely fantastic this season, hasn't it? In IRC Super, really has indeed that. And one of the Red Bulls is emerging as well. And Fizzy's got on the intermediate tires. He's liking those intermediate tires tonight, isn't he? I reckon he's trying to do a rain dance, isn't he? As we're coming out into, and I don't think there's going to be any rain in qualifying. I haven't heard of any rain. I can't see any either. It's a lovely day here at Austin. Look at that beautiful blue sky there up there. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Timmy there is out on an outlap at the moment then. And let's see what he can do then. Car 81 in the McLaren as well then, and of course then I got to say I like the McLaren. There's the 2009 McLaren. Looks, I think it's a beautiful car, isn't it? Do I like it more than the 2020 car? Well, perhaps not. A lot of you really don't really care what my opinion is, but I think that I quite like the 2019 McLaren more than the 2020 McLaren, which I know the 2020 McLaren has a bit more blue on it, but I quite like that car. I really do. I think it's one of McLaren's better designs as well. And when the F1 season does get in the way, I really hope that the McLaren is back up there, isn't it? Looking forward to F1 this season, but goodness me, we've already gone for about 2020 anyway, aren't we? Because a lot of 2021, I should say, because there's been so much going on, hasn't there, in terms of the driver market and even the team principal market as well. Goodness me, I've got Ayrton in the comments there. Ayrton Hilton saying hello, Sean. Hello, Ayrton. Hope you're well on this fine Thursday afternoon then, and giving me a good old wave as well then. Of course, now Ayrton, of course, avid sports fan, isn't he? And I've also found out he's very good at graphic design as well. So there you go, Ayrton. I've also might be able to give you some business as well. Anyway, we're coming out of turn 1 as well. As you can see, it's before dropping out of turn 1 then and into the S as well. Let's go on board with Timmy. Can he get his first pole position since Canada of season 6? And that is what is going to be on his mind at the moment, isn't he? And look at this thing coming through the first sector as well. 25-1 there in the first sector for the McLaren Renault, which will become Mercedes in 2021 as well. And goodness me, it's so much about 2021. We haven't even started 2020 yet. Goodness me. Anyway, coming now into turn 10 as well. Again, then lovely shot there of that McLaren. It's a beautiful machine, isn't it? Now out onto the back straight as well. Then as you see, we were talking about barbecue, wasn't we, last time we was coming down here? I love talking about food, but we need to talk about Timmy's lap at the moment, don't we? He's got DRS wide open, touching 204 miles an hour before breaking down into second gear there, tickling the 60 mile an hour mark before stamping on the loud pedal again. Then look at that, then very calm at the wheel there, isn't it? It's impressive. That's what I love about these guys, is how calm on the wheel they are, aren't they? They're not hacksawing away, are they? They're not being too animated on the steering wheel. It's absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? Of course, Felipe Massa, I think, was very animated in the when he first started, didn't he? He was turning the steering wheel almost all the time, wasn't he? He did calm down, didn't he, on that when he went to Ferrari on that for that test year, didn't he? Brilliant stuff indeed. Then Timmy goes fast at the moment. He's done a Ferrari free at 2 so far for the McLaren. Good stuff indeed. Then Harry is on an outlap at the moment. There he is just finishing off his lap now in the in the Renault. Now we've also got Sprint now coming through turn 18 as well. Then lovely shot there, looking down into the cockpit there. Sprint then into the final turn as well. Car 93 in the Mercedes steps out. Then let's see what he can do. He is fast as ever, 32.6. my goodness me, that was a cracking time. What about the Red Bull? Maxi's pole position there, he's 6/10 of a second in front of Sprint. Fantastic stuff indeed there. Brown is second at the moment there. He is in 4th position. As it stands about then, Matt is on the back straight now. Oh, he's invalidated his time, Matt is, so unfortunately, and it's Fizzy's on the intermediate tyres then as well. As I think he's doing the Ferrari playbook here, isn't he? Remember in Malaysia where Ferrari put on the 4 wet tyres on a dry track, of course, that was on a monsoon. So I think Fizzy is predicting a rain shower, isn't he? I think that he might not have any. I'm wondering if that's just me just seeing things, which I might be seeing things, to be honest. I gotta say, I think I need a bit of water in me. But I think that I'm wondering then if Fizzy is might have put on the wrong tyres or something like that, perhaps. I don't think so. I think he's a very experienced driver. I reckon that he's just playing a bit of mind games with the other drivers out there, isn't he? Fizzy is a wily old veteran, isn't he? We're just watching Harry then as he comes out of turn 17 as well, into turn 18. Car 85 then. And let's see what he can do then, Harry. Harry, I think, in the second half of the season, has been really good. The Renault team have basically got a new car, I think, haven't they? This is like the B-spec car. Renault have really turned it on their head, haven't they, in the second half of the season? Both him and Snap have really got the results in as well. And look at Harry right into there as well. The early 31s as well. Good stuff from Harry. Right on the money then. Roscoe is out on track at the moment then, as he is coming for the S as well. Yellow flags for the Renault with Harry, as he is just slowing down at the moment then. And look at this then. Of course, we're on board the T with the side cam, isn't we? And you can see then the halo just in front of us as well then. Roscoe there is into a 25-0 in the first sector as well then. And now that he is now coming into the second sector as well. There's 3 distinct sectors around here, isn't there? Sector 1 is fast and flowing. It's a beautiful feeling to get right, but it's very difficult to get right time after time after time, especially when you're in qualifying as well, when you have to have all or nothing. The second sector is about power, isn't it? And about speed and less drag on the car. And then the third and final sector is all about technical, isn't it? Point and squirt kind of thing, isn't it? Where of course you just got to get the car straightened out and accelerate away, don't you, as quickly as possible. Roscoe then, can he get his second pole position of the season at the moment then? Just under 5.5 minutes go into turn 17 as well. That's a bit, very much like the Bahrain corner, isn't it? As now he's into turn 18 then. Let's see what he can do then. Lovely stuff indeed then from Roscoe then. Not drifting out too wide there, very much keeping it within the white lines there. Good stuff indeed, not taking too much curve there. In the turn 19 he took a lot of curve though, didn't he? And Roscoe's going too quick for me. I'm struggling to keep up with him. Out turn the 20 and he goes second fastest there. 2/10 of a second off Maxi at the moment. Maxi, if he gets pole position today, will be the top pole sitter of IRC here tonight. So then, let's quickly have a look to see what's going on then in the and look at that, we do have some grey clouds overhead there. But at the moment we've got Maxi on pole position there for the 6th time in his career. Alongside him is Roscoe. That's a juicy row one, isn't it? And then we've got Sprint and Harry right up there in 3rd and 4th position. Impressive performances once again then. Timmy in 5th position, but Timmy though usually goes against the row of the grain, against the run of the grain here, doesn't he? And he is out there before anyone else there. Before the track is at his peak performance, isn't it? Timmy is out there right now. He wants to. He's not concerned about the performance on the track. He's concerned about himself, isn't he? And that shows confidence in the driver, don't it? He is 5th at the moment with Brown in 6th position there. Fizzy is 7th with T Sammy in 8th position at the moment there. T Sammy there is unfortunately in the sim bin at the moment. 9th position is Matlin. He hasn't set a time yet. He invalidated his first attempt. And Steve, who is also on 5 pole positions, is currently 10th at the moment. Let's stay with Timmy then. 4 minutes to go. We've only got 4 minutes to decide, to sort themselves out on who's going to start where in the top 10 then. And now we're climbing up the hill as well. It's almost, we're going into space here, isn't it? Coming out of turn 1 there. And now then there's Timmy. Luckily slows it down for turn 1 then. Dropping down the hill as well. Lovely shot from the curb there. Lovely stuff indeed. They're really showing the car work, isn't it? Now we're on board over the shoulder from Timmy. This is almost his eye view at the moment, isn't it? Look at this, how much he's sitting on the ground there, isn't it? Your backside is scraping off the floor. And now then he is a 10th for a second down. Timmy is in the 1st sector. I'm wondering if he's doing a bit of What's he doing? I think he's doing a bit of harvesting, isn't he? Before going into before he can redeploy it on this back straight. That's what he's trying to do. That's what I was trying to say. And oh, lovely shot here from Tim. There we can see the whole of the car in its beauty as well, isn't it? So he comes down the back straight then, and let's see what he can do. Then the second intermediate time, split sector time, is just after this turn here. Then let's see what he can do. Then he is a 10th of a second down then, with only just a couple of quarters to go then. So Timmy is going to have an almighty final sector, isn't he? And here we go then, final sector as well then for Timmy then. Let's see, has he got anything left in the bank here? We're on board for him through turn 18 as well, Timmy is then. And cool, see, look at that, just a beautiful steering circle there from Timmy. Fantastic, isn't it? Through 19 as well then. On the curve there slightly there. Had to correct the car very slightly indeed there. A 32 is the target, Tom. I don't think he's going to do it here. No, he hasn't, but he has improved by 0.2 of a second. He's moved himself onto the second row of the grid. Good stuff indeed there for Timmy. Very nice indeed. Alfa Romeo, Fizzy throws himself right into the mix there. And up in the third position there. A 32.6 there from Fizzy there. Right on the money as well. As Red Bull is decided to come out and make an appearance. And he's coming into the pen, Maxi is then. Let's see what he can do. As we got a Renault out there as well. Matt is at the moment also on a lap and he is coming out of the final sector as well. There he is then. He's in the final sector as we speak then. What can Matt do then in the Red Bull then? Today I think might be a day where we crown a new constructors champion, but can Martin Maxi stop Toro Rosso's party is what we're going to be seeing here tonight then. It's going to be a very difficult thing to do though, isn't it? Now into the final turn then. Matt accelerates out as well then. Here he is, DRS right on the money. He is 7 fast Matt is, so he's on the 4th row of the grid at the moment. Brown is on an outlap at the moment, and Timmy, is he going for no one? No, he isn't. He's invalidated this time then. Roscoe is also out on a lap at the moment as well. Sprint is also on an outlap. So we've got a lot of cars on an outlap at the moment then, and I wonder if they're going to be tripping up on the guys then. They've just come out of the pits as well, and we're on board Maxi, who's currently on pole position. He is the man who has to defend that pole position at the moment. Well, he's got a 0.2 of a second deficit over Roscoe at the moment. Is that going to be enough for as well? And I think I've had a lot of at the moment, something like that. Now we're just watching Brown then on the board with the nose cone here from the Williams driver, and he swooped through turn 2 there. Impressive stuff indeed then, as you can see. Look at the change of direction here then as Brown, let's see what he can do then, drifting that wide then. That is very well indeed there from Brown then, straighten up the car absolutely like a professional. That is fantastic stuff, isn't it? And now then as he's out through the first sector, he's a 10th of a second up on his previous best. Brown he's done a 33.5 so far. Matt is in striking distance there. He's only 0.2 of a second away. Is Matt going for it again then? He is 0.5 of a second up. Matt is in the second sector. Oh goodness me, this is a much better time for Matt then. Let's see what he can do then at that rate then. That's going to put him on the second row of the grid. I think maybe the second or third row of the road then. He might be slightly off the front row, but he'll still be in there, won't he? Here he comes then through the final turn as well then. Oh, he's invalidated his time, Matt. That's not, oh no. And he's only got second. The checkered flag is dropped there. Matt was on course for the second or third row there. What a shame there for Matt. He was a second up. That was a 32. 32.3. That would have been third position in front of Fizzy. Oh, goodness me. What a shame for Matt there. What about Brown? And currently he's in front of Matt then as it stands then. Can he get in front of Harry as well? But Harry is also on track then. Oh, as you can see then, a bit of correction there for Brown then as he lost any time then. Not by the looks for accelerating out there as well, going slightly right, and Brown is 5th fastest. Fantastic stuff for Brown, brilliant. Timmy is 8600 a second. He's almost on the edge of I don't know. He's on the edge of glory. Is he? Let's take a look. Is he 6th fastest? Not, unfortunately not. He gave it too much towards the end there, didn't he? Roscoe is oh, he's so close, but not so far then. Sprint is 3rd fastest. Fantastic stuff. Maxi is on pole position. He is on pole position, and he is into a massive 1:31.3. Wow, that is incredible stuff. That's his 6th pole position, unless Harry can do anything about it. He's 0.3 of a second down on his personal best, so comes for the final turn. Harry stays 7th fastest. Maxi, pole position for the 6th time this season. Fantastic stuff from Maxi. As I got to take a breath now, as that was a very interesting qualifying session. Wasn't it? Goodness me, they're very nicely done indeed there. And 8 tenths of a second that deficit is between Maxi and Roscoe. That's absolutely fantastic stuff. It really is very well done indeed. Then, as now then we're just getting now on with the race itself. Then, but before we do so, look at those gaps there. Maxi is looking in prime, in top form, isn't he? Going into the race itself. Then, Sprint is third position with Fizzy in fourth position. This grid is fantastic, isn't it? Look at all those drivers. Look at the difference in teams there. It's going to really spice up the constructors, isn't it? Now we're getting into the race itself. So then, who's going to take the top step of the podium then? And who can anyone stop maximum there? That 8/10 of a second deficit in qualifying, I think he's is he going to just run and hide in this race? Qualifying is completely different to the race. I remember Jarno Trulli used to be amazing in qualifying, but in the race it never used to come right for him, did it? He was fantastic in qualifying, wasn't he? He was one of the qualifying lap specialists, wasn't he? Really good stuff indeed there from Trulli. Unfortunately, he had one win to his name, didn't he? In that fantastic Monaco Grand Prix back in 2004. Interesting race as well, wasn't it? I think Montoya went to the back of Schumacher, didn't he? Which is another long list of incidents between those two drivers, wasn't it? Very interesting to watch, to say the least. Then. Anyway, enough about the history. Let's get on the race, shall we? We have got 3 more rounds to go of IRC, and the championship is wrapped up. The constructors could be wrapped up today, but there's still an almighty scrap for second position in the drivers' championship. There is still squabbles to be decided up and down the championship as well, and there's also pride on the shelf as well. Everyone wants to win a race as well, don't they? So there is still a lot to play for in this championship yet. Then let's take a look then at the grid then from front to back, from pole position then all the way down to Penny in 19th position. Unfortunately, let's go for it. And Maxi is on the medium tires, and everyone else directly behind him is on the soft tires. And so this is going to be interesting, isn't it? So Roscoe is second, third position is Sprint, Fizzy is in fourth, right back in the action. Fifth is Brown, fantastic. Timmy is in sixth position, Harry is seventh, Matt is eighth, and Matt could have been higher as well. He could have been on the second or third row if he got his final lap in there. T Sammy, the champion, is down in 9th position at the moment then, with Steve in 10th as well, also on the medium tire, so it's going to be a long way to the race, but unfortunately he's in the carbon fibre zone at the midfield. Hogg is in 11th position there, he's also on the medium tires, but he also has a pick of what tires to choose as well. In 12th position is Asdog. Asdog, unfortunately him and Snap almost came to blows in qualifying, didn't it? Double in 13th position on the medium tires as well, in the black and gold Haas. JJ in 14th position in the McLaren there, and really there he's really keen to get on it, isn't he? In 14th position there in the McLaren. Snap in 15th position. He is on the hard tires. Snap is. He's the only man on the soft tires, and look at those cars. Goodness me, it's like a Monday morning traffic jam out there. Oh, Snap there just knocking the ball out of the way, and also another bit of gamesmanship there for Snap. Lovely stuff indeed there. Sven on the soft tires in 16th position there for the Alfa Romeo. Rizzle Sticks on his debut. I'm wondering if he's got butterflies the size of eagles there. He's in 17th in the medium shot Haas. 18th position is PB. 19th position is Penny. That is the grid. Let's get to it, shall we? Before I do so, though, Van Den Brink said, if this race is just as incredible as that qualifying, then we're in for a great race. Good luck, guys. Oh, indeed, there was a cracking qualifying, wasn't there? The tension is building. We're on board with the nose cone of the Red Bull. The man who's been on pole position 6 times this season. He's only had 2 race wins, though, this season, hasn't he? He hasn't, his poles and win ratio conversion hasn't been that high, has it? I know, just waiting for Penny there, who is lining up 19th on the grid. He's on the soft tires, expecting an attack at first sprint then for Penny. I love the shot here from Roscoe, who is second on the grid, from Maxi, who's on the front row. There are the lights then. 3, 4, 5, there's a pause, and we are racing, and it's a good start there from Maxi, but I think Roscoe's on a better leap. He has, he's alongside already, and Fizzy's up the inside as well. Fizzy's up the inside, he's going to take the lead. Oh my goodness me, not quite. Fizzy backs out slightly, and Roscoe leads this race then. Roscoe leads, has a Ferrari off in the background, and Roscoe leads. Second position is Maxi. Fizzy is in third position, and then we're going for the S as well. There's contact in the midfield there, that's why the Renault's going skating off there over the escape road there as well. We've got a virtual safety car. car as Asdog is having some problems there in the racing point. He's lost the whole nose section there, for the racing point, and we've got a virtual safety car as well, so that's not good at all, is it? Penny's in 18th position at the moment. Fizzy, I thought he was going to take the lead. I think he braked a bit too early there, didn't he? He was just being cautious. I was thinking he's got 28 laps to go in this race, hasn't he? Fizzy has, and he was thinking that this is going to be a long race, isn't it? It's not going to be well on the first corner, but it can certainly be lost on the first corner, can it? I think the virtual safety car is actually for Asdog's nose, I think, or something like that. Well, unfortunately, he's got a nose, but no wing underneath it there, and we're just going to get back racing just 3 moments in. So we're just in the Delta at the moment then, and all the drivers have got to adhere to this Delta as well. As T Sammy is we're back racing. I apologise, we're back racing, but T Sammy's gone wide there, and now, oh my goodness me, Harry is up in the 9th position. Fantastic stuff. Hog is down in 10th position, down in 11th position at the moment. We got Sven moved up position 1, or have we? Yes we have. We've snapped on the hard shot. Renault is up into 30th position as well, and look at this, we've got a bit of a queue behind Harry at the moment then. So far, unfortunately, Asdog has been one of the biggest losers in the starts phase. He is down 7 positions then, up 3 positions there. Very good start indeed then for Steve. Oh, Renault off the track there with a penny contact as T Sammy has gone to the back of the Renault. He is down as the front wing. T Sammy has, oh goodness me, it's going to be a long race from here on in, isn't it? And that's not good at all then. Pit stop as Sven is in the pits, and JJ on front of the nose cone. We've got another shot of the nose cone as well. Hog, where's JJ? No, JJ, I think it's through. There he is in the McLaren now. He is through. He passes. He's up into 11th position. Fantastic stuff indeed. Take a breath, Sean. And look at this then. It's JJ then. It's a flying. He is now. Oh, Ferrari is off. Hog is off the track then. He has spun it. He hasn't got damage. He has to be careful. He does go to the Tech Pro. The wings are very fragile, aren't they? They're strong, but they are fragile if he gets hit by something hard. And now we've got Penny, who's in 60th position as well, and that's unfortunate there for the Ferrari driver. He was doing spectacularly well, and Steve is now a hunter on the prowl, isn't he? He's up in the 6th position at the moment. Remember his incredible Italian Grand Prix win from 20th on the grid, up to win the race there. This time he was 10th then, and but again now I think he's having another challenge, isn't he? Now coming from 10th position there to try and win this race, and he's passed Timmy. Timmy's on the soft tires at the moment, isn't he? Timmy, I apologise to Timmy because I accused him of he was having a difficult race as Rizzle Sticks has got through and past Snap, but Snap is back through, and in front of Snap, much more traction in that Rizzle Sticks there. I wonder what's happening to those medium tires there on that hard then. Goodness me then, as Brown has dropped down to 8th position at the moment. Oh, Brown has got a problem. He's lost the end plate on that Williams there. Oh, he's lost a lot of end plate on that Williams there. That is going to be awful understeer there, isn't it? Roscoe set the fast lap race, and he's coming into the pits now then. And let's see, we go. Sean Scannell has just said that JJ must be feeling dizzy being so high up. Early days then, but JJ has done very well, hasn't he, to navigate himself through the chaos of the opening couple of laps here in US of A. Of course, as Rizzle Six now doing a great debut, isn't he? He's up to 11th position. Fantastic stuff from Rizzle Six. Couldn't get it right in qualifying, could he? But goodness me, oh, Roscoe's got a 3-second penalty. Rizzle Six showed in qualifying, didn't he? Kept getting invalidation laps, didn't he? Matt is now in front of Timmy as well. Timmy's off the track, the same place as the Ferrari. Oh no, has Timmy got damage there? I don't think he's got damage. He's being very cautious there. But Timmy there, what a shame there. And he's come back on the track now, same place as the Ferrari of Hog, and he's just getting out of the way as well. Very good driving there, very gentlemanly there from Timmy. I wouldn't have been so gentlemanly, but of course I think that's very good sporting etiquette there from Timmy. Well done indeed then. We're watching sprint, or he was. There he is. He's now on alongside with Fizzy. He passes Fizzy and moves up into third position. Sprint having a fantastic race once again, isn't he? He is very much on the money at the moment, isn't he? Good stuff indeed. Sven has got a 3-second penalty, down in 19th position at the moment, and he is on the hard tires. So is Asdog as well. T-Sowers had to come in the pits then very early on, and so is Brown as well. 2 men who was in qualifying 3. Unfortunately, is near the back at the moment then. And now they're just on board sprinting. He's got 2-second deficit then to this man here, Maxi, who is now starting to home in on Roscoe. So Roscoe's there, who was trying to sprint away, is now all of a sudden on the back foot then. T Sammy's got up the inside of Brown. Oh, but he's gone wide then. Is Brown going to try and go back on the inside? Oh, he's on the outside. I mean, T Sammy is on the inside then. Brown again, him just about enough. So cars fan, good stuff indeed. Good racing, great racing. But where's Brown? Oh no, and I think he's gone to the back. I don't think there's damage damage on the Toro Rosso. My goodness me, that Toro Rosso front wing is much more stronger than the one. And Brown doing his best for Stafford impression there as well. He is now back up to 16th position. And T. Sammy is still in 70th position as it stands. And T. Sammy cannot get too frustrated, can he? He has the pace. Can he then make sure he just doesn't damage that front wing there on the Toro Rosso then? Rizzle Sticks has got a 3-second penalty at the moment there, but him doing a good job nonetheless. Into the pits comes Timmy. He's on the hard tyres. I know once again T. Sammy is having a sniff there of the rear wing there of Brown there, but nothing is doing it just yet at the moment, is it? Penny is 8/10 of a second back. Maxi is going for the lead. Maxi is going for the lead then. He is going for the lead then. Coming down the back straight, and the Red Bull is pulled out from underneath the Toro Rosso, and he is going on the outside, but Roscoe is not good up there, is he? And he is back through indeed then. You cannot overtake Roscoe Valte. It's always going to be a fight, is there, with Roscoe? He's not going to wave anyone past. Fantastic stuff indeed then. T. Sammy is now all over the back of the Williams of Brown as well then. Let's take a look to see what's going on then. And they're now coming into the back straight as well then. Let's see if he get the job done down the back straight. He tried to do it last time, didn't he? But unfortunately that just didn't happen, did it? Look at, oh goodness me, he's already through, isn't he? And there he is, and he goes through, passes the Williams, and now he is up into 15th position. And there's a 13-second deficit between himself and the Ferrari of Hogg. So let's see if T. Sammy has the pace then to get him back in front of Hogg. Unfortunately, Hogg spun it in exactly the same place as Timmy did, didn't he? And he has dropped all the way down into 14th position. Another Q3 man who seems to just drop down. That's it. Roscoe is gone back up to 6/10 here, so this is going to be a curious battle, isn't it? This is going to be a race long battle. This is going to be very interesting to say the least, isn't it? With Roscoe on the soft tyres, medium tyres for Maxi then. How is that going to play out in the race then? I think this might be a one-stopper. Who knows though, as I am absolutely rubbish with the old strategy calls, then now they're dropping down the hill once again. Matt is now 5/10 of a second behind Steve. C is 6/10 of a second behind Fizzy. PB has got a 3-second penalty there for cutting the corner then. And now then look at Maxi. Oh, love a shot here from the rear there of Roscoe, but we're more interested in this battle here and this shot here, aren't we? And now then he's gaining on the back of the Toro Rosso. Roscoe, oh look at this, and Roscoe getting a good old squeeze there, isn't it? And now we've got Steve. Maxi has got off there. He's almost in a different state then, isn't he? But he's still on the inside then. And Fizzy and Matt, and Fizzy are battling away then in the battle. And look, it's going into turn 16 and Fizzy is stuck back up the inside. Steve is off in the distance there. Just about double has now passed his teammate up in the 10th position there. Steve there is still in 4th position. Matt is now in 5th position, or is he? No, yeah, because look left. We're waiting for the Alfa Romeo. No, and there he is. Oh my goodness me. Fizzy on the outside then. Matt on the inside then. Fizzy is through and still in 5th position. Fantastic. Oh, he's gone wide. Oh my goodness me. I thought he's going to spin to the path of Matt. Oh my goodness, then banging wheels then. Matt is in 5th position. Brilliant stuff then. So Matt is now in the 5th position. Fizzy is down to 6th then. But is that going to be the end of that battle? I don't think it is then. Well, cracking racing there. I was loving that. Fantastic stuff. More, please. More. Brilliant stuff indeed then. I say more, but goodness me, can I handle it anymore is the question then. We've only got 4 tenths a second between Maxi and Roscoe as well. That's the battle for the lead there. Maxi's had 2 attempts at Roscoe, but Roscoe's repelled him brilliantly, hasn't he? On the last 2 laps, it's been fantastic. Just having a quick old view about the field then. T. Sammy is in 15th position moment instead of the fast out of the race then. We've also got Snap in 9th position. We've got Double in 10th position. Rizzle Sticks doing a cracking job in 11th position there on the debut there. PB and Penny there back of the grid has now been to 12th and 13th position. Lovely stuff indeed there. Unfortunately we've had T. Sammy, Brown, Arstock, Timmy and Sven all coming to the pits early doors as well. Maxi is back in the lead then. He hasn't been in the lead properly yet in this race then, but once again Roscoe is dancing on the outside. He is not giving it inches. He's gone on the inside, goodness me! And look at this, and they're so close together. Roscoe is still in the lead then. Max is going to go on the inside. That's a very dangerous place to cross, as they remember Suto got completely destroyed by Perez, I think it was in 2014 there. But that's incredible. Maxi has taken the lead of the United States Grand Prix. Brilliant stuff there from Maxi. And is he on his way then as well then? I feel that Maxi does have the pace over Roscoe at this stage of proceedings then. But but we have still got a long way to go. Then we've still got 21 laps to go. Remember, Sprint is still in the facility as well. He is in a third position, 2.2 seconds back. Steve is only 1.5 seconds back as well. So good stuff indeed. That Snap is now starting to snap on the hard compound tires. It's in ninth position. Fantastic stuff from the Renault driver, doing an outstanding job. Snap is, doesn't he? Unlucky in qualifying after the shenanigans that is going on. JJ there just getting a bit defensive there, coming up into turn 1 then as well. Look how steep turn 1 is. It's got very dull all of a sudden, hasn't it? We got a bit of rain in the facility. Just looking up those clouds there at the moment. There we got it's very overcast all of a sudden. We was having beautiful sunshine. The tarmac was being baked, wasn't it, by the Austin sun? Now all of a sudden there it's got really dull. PB is now all over the back of Rizzle Sticks as well. But look at the understeer on these cars there, trying to go through the S's there as well. PB was running wide, so is Rizzle Sticks as well. Maxi has just basically pulled out 2-second deficit out of Roscoe in 1 lap. That is incredible pace there. We was concerned about this after qualifying, wasn't we? About Max's pace, but well, the drivers were. That is absolutely fantastic stuff indeed. There wasn't. Look at Snap, man. He's almost underneath the rear wing of the McLaren. He is underneath the rear of the McLaren. He is side by side with the McLaren, and he is through and up into 8th position there, and he is not too far away from his teammate. Only 6/10 of a second. That good stuff indeed. Then JJ dropping down to 9th position, but he's still on an outstanding race so far, isn't he? JJ is. So is PB as well, actually, to a certain degree. He is in 12th position mode. He has not got far for points then, so can PB get in the score some points for the Williams. Williams are on 22 points in the constructors at the moment then. Which is figures as Roscoe is in the pits then, so he's rolling the dice then, and he is in the pits then. What tires is he going to go on? Are we going to see the soft tires? We're going to see the medium tires or the hard tires? We'll find out now then. So Roscoe, the man who was the second on the grid, then changing those tires, and he is on those hard tires then until the end of the race. Roscoe is then. I was wondering if he might try and go on the medium tire perhaps then. He's coming out of the pits now. Snap is in 6th position there. JJ is 7-4, is he? Oh no! There's contact. Roscoe died down the inside there, and I'm not sure. He was coming for a day late there in a dollar short price. So I'm not sure if Snap there kind of I don't know if left the door open or what, but that was quite unusual, wasn't it? So Roscoe just come on the pitch. Maybe he was on cold tires for outside. Rizzle Sticks has got off the track there. He's dropped down the top position there. JJ is now dropping down to 8th position as well. Roscoe's got damage out to the Toro Rosso. That undercut is not going to work now, is it, with damage on that front wing? He is going to be quick still, but not as quick as he wants to be. And look at the background. Double is also involved as well. Steve is up into 3rd position. No, yet he's up into 2nd. There he is then. And now he's got a 5.3 second deficit over Maxi. Steve has gone from 10th to 2nd in 8 laps there. Fantastic stuff from the Racing Point. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Double's now over to 8th position. Oh goodness me, look at them all. Look at them all. This is incredible stuff. They come down the hill. And Double is now up into 8th position, and good stuff indeed then from Sven is out of race there. He's had a big old smash there, and what is that going to... That's a virtual safety car. Is anyone going to roll the dice and cut the pits? And I reckon that some of the soft runners are coming on board into the pits, going sprinting. And of course, when you're on the virtual safety car, you don't lose as much time. Remember Markeloff in Monaco 1 year, he gained 16 seconds or somewhere. It's absolutely fantastic, maybe more than that. Mercedes mechanics around the pits, and they're going onto the hard tires and for those Mercedes, and let's see, he's in and out there, and Matt is staying out there, and Fizzy is also in the pits as well. The virtual safety car is still deployed at the moment, so we're not missing anything on track just yet, but we're waiting for those that safety car to come back in. Sorry, virtual safety car to come back in. Fizzy also on to the hard tires as well. Virtual Sticks has got a 3-second penalty. Remember, so unfortunately for Roscoe, damaging the front wing there on the midfield there. The only other, so no one else really rolled the dice there, did they? T. Sammy has rolled the dice, and so has Penny as well. So Penny has also rolled the dice. Oh goodness me, the Virtual Sticks there, Fizzy are getting very close there, isn't he? Virtual Sticks is sitting 11th position. What's T. Sammy? T. Sammy has gone medium tires again until the end of the race. I go get to the end of the race. Well, Penny is on an attack of strategy here at the moment, isn't he? He's out on the soft tires. Timmy is now up into... Roscoe is through and up into 5th position now then. So Roscoe is through and up to 5th. Snapdrum down to 6th position then. Hogg is all over the back of JJ Monez. He's going to have a lunge. He is going to have a lunge, is he? No. I think that would have been a very brave manoeuvre there, wouldn't it? Fizzy is all over the back of Rizzle Sticks as well. This is going to get very interesting down the back straight, isn't it? Hogg then, who's trying to recover after that spin earlier on in this race. And then look at this. He is gaining. Well, he's not gaining. He is through. Then he is past then JJ and up into 8th position there. Hogg has a fantastic fantastic recovery drive from the Ferrari driver here tonight. Brilliant stuff indeed there. Rizzle Sticks is battling with Fizzy. Fizzy is on the outside. Rizzle Sticks is going to have a go on the inside then. But nope, as I've got that the wrong way around. But oh well, you got the gist, didn't you? He is up into 11th position there. Fizzy is good stuff indeed then. Penny is all over the back, actually. It was all over the back of Timmy. He's having a look there, trying to distract Timmy there. Of course, Penny, the wily old veteran, isn't he? And just seeing what Timmy would react like if he was showing the nose there. That Mercedes said. We got Roscoe. Oh, who's in the pits? As Roscoe's in the pits, and this is a disaster for the man who was second. Who was second on the grid there. He is in the pits there. He's damaged the front wing then on that Toro Rosso. He is back in the pits, and I think that's almost certainly ruled him out of this race as well. They're changing the nose cone. What tires are going on? He's on the medium compound tires. Roscoe is just like his teammate T. Sammy Toro Rosso guy said, who was hoping to have a celebration today. It's all going completely wrong there in the Toro Rosso camp here tonight, isn't it? He's coming out of the pits there. Max T. Sammy's in front now. I think Timmy is going to be in front as well. Maybe even Penny, and Roscoe there is coming. Where is he? Where is Timmy? Oh, he's just up through there and to 70 position there. So Roscoe just about making it through, and he is now on the medium compound tires. He's going to be able to get to the end from there. I think he might be able to. And look at that PB there, just got off the track. Oh, goodness me, I thought he's going to fly off the track there. Where Fizzy is moved up into 9th position there. He's on the hard tires of Fizzy. As that should get him to the end of the race then. Look in front of us as well. We got Hogg is now all over the back of Double. And Fizzy and PB is now getting very interested in that McLaren, isn't he? And look at them slipstreaming. Now Fizzy is pulled out. Fizzy takes 8th position. He passes JJ. Great time, great position indeed there for Fizzy. JJ is just trying to hang out to draw on the outside there. Fizzy there just slapped the door. Didn't give him any chance of that at all, did he? Good stuff indeed then. And we've got the field is starting to spread out slightly in the sharp end. Maxi has got very good time at the moment. He's got very good pace on those medium tires, hasn't he? 7 seconds in front at the moment there. Matt is coming into the pits there, and he is going to change those tires as well. There's Steve, who's in second position at the moment there, just in the background. Matt is on the medium compound tire, and oh, that should get him to the end of the race as well then. Unless we have another... Oh, contact! And PB and JJ have gone into each other! Oh dear, there's no damage on JJ's car, but he spins it around there. And what a shame there. Harry there has just gone on the outside then. Matt has just come on the pits there in 7th position as well, just in front of Fizzy. What a shame there for JJ. Sven is left for session there. He's out of the race there. Sven's horrible season continues this season. Unfortunately there, Brown is in the pits as well on the medium tires. And so that's a shame for JJ. He hasn't got damage there. PB, has he got damage there? Let's take a look. He hasn't got damage on the left hand side nor the right there. So PB very lucky there, but unfortunately they're causing issues there. Yellow flag. JJ is off the track, and those tires are screaming in pain there, I think, because of the spin there. Of course, I think he stamped on the accelerator there, didn't he? And unfortunately JJ's incredible race there is going down the drain. What a shame for JJ. He was on a fantastic race out there, wasn't he? Unfortunately PB got a bit too zealous into the final turn there, and has spun him around there. What a shame there. But Penny is still giving Timmy all kinds of bother there, isn't he? Oh my goodness me, look at this. We got Double, we got Snap, we got Hogg, we got Matt, we got Fizzy. It's a party out there. Oh my goodness me. And look at this then, as Matt is going to lunge on the inside. He passes the Ferrari. He is up into 8th position. No, he ain't. He's up into 6th position, I should say. Fizzy is 8th position. Hogg is dropped down to 7th position as well. Matt on the new medium tires, and look at the shine coming out. Oh, he's gone wide there. Look at the shine on those medium tires, and that tells you when they're new there. Good stuff indeed then. Snapping coming into the pits for a very long time, I don't think, and Double won't be coming into the pits for a long time either then. So these have to be passing maneuvers here from Matt and Fizzy to get themselves out of this traffic and back onto the tail end of Sprint now at the moment is doing a fantastic job in third position. Is going for almost is going for a second podium in his career, and that's fantastic, isn't it? Really is good stuff indeed then. T-Sammy is now all over the back of Alstock. Harry has gone in front of PB up the inside into turn 1 then, and Harry is back in the points, and he's also going to the end as well. Lovely stuff indeed then. This we're on board there with the side view of Matt, and he's all over the back of Double, and let's see what Double could do then. Is Double going to defend this one too hard? He's on different strategies there, isn't he? But let's see what happens then as they come down the hill then. Fizzy there was definitely showing the nose out of Hogg. He is going through before even getting to the Into the straight as well. Matt is through. Oh my goodness me! I thought he was going to the side, and the stopping power on these cars is fantastic. Matt is up into fifth position. Fizzy is up into seventh position. Then is he going to see if he can get double as well? Double, I think it's too far back. Double is actually getting onto the back of Matt there. Double's got a lot of speed in that house there. Oh goodness me! There is a Fizzy. Look at the closing speeds there. That caught me out. I thought he was going into the back of him there. Not one iota. Good 70 there for Fizzy. And look how overcast it's got over there. Are we expecting rain? I'm not. And oh my goodness me! And T Sammy on the outside of Asdog, and he is through. And Penny is battling with Penny and Timmy are battling away at the moment. But Timmy is still in front. Rizzle is dropping down into 10th position as well. But he's having a good run at the moment. He's in the points so far. The debutante is so very good stuff indeed. That Fizzy is now all over the back of Double as well. Matt is now starting to give Snap a cause for concern as well. Listening in the battle for 4th and 5th position. Then we're coming out to half distance. We're a lap away from half distance in this fantastic United States Grand Prix. Matt's up the inside, passes. He's in 4th position as well. Then where's Fizzy? Fizzy is still behind at the moment. As Snap there is just having a look on the outside there. I think that move might be doing dusted, but Snap on the hard tires. I wonder what tires Snap's going to go on. He could have his spoiled for choice. He could go on the medium tires or the soft. It depends on how much performance those medium tires are giving him. Still, is going to be the golden question, isn't it? So I think Snap can really control the strategy at this point, and I think that's a very luxurious place to be, isn't it? Fizzy there is just behind Double at the moment, and as he comes into turn 10, not quite. We've also got T Sam is now on the back of PB. We've also got Roscoe and Asdog battling as well. Asdog on the 11 lap of hard tires then. Roscoe going to have a look at oh goodness me, almost into the back there of the racing point. And look at this, we've got a bit of a queue as well. It's Rizzles, PB and T Sammy all battling for the final point at the moment there. T Sammy is having a bit of a oh goodness me, what's up in here? We've got yellow flags that fluttering somewhere, and I'm not sure what's happening there, but yellow flags was out momentarily. T Sammy, that's the one, is now up into 11th position there behind Rizzle Sticks as well. And Snap is dropped down to 8th, somewhere in those proceedings there, and unfortunately that's so Snap unfortunately dropping down. But Timmy, look at these queue of cars. I don't know which to look at. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness, we need to look at this, don't we? T Sammy's on the outside of Rizzle Sticks. Rizzle Sticks there repelling him at the moment. Fantastic. He's having a look. Oh my goodness me. Snap is in the pits there, and I was just waiting to go a lot longer than that. He's got damage on Fig and Snap House. What a shame for the Renault driver. It's a Rizzle Sticks right off the track there, taking the IndyCar line as now is T Sammy's up at the 9th position there. Snap is on the medium tires, and that should get him comfortably to the end. Then we're half distance. Roscoe up the inside as well. It's a Toro Rosso 9th and 10th. Good stuff indeed. Then Toro Rosso, and now we've got Rizzle Sticks PB, Asdog, and Timmy and Snap, and Snap is coming out in that Timmy, Penny and Snap there. 14, 15 and 16 position. Only one retirement so far, which is Sven there earlier on this race. And unfortunately, as Sven's miserable season continues, hopefully in the final 2 rounds he can get some decent points in the bag there. As PB there is getting very snaky, isn't he? On the back of Rizzle Sticks, isn't he? He wants to get through now, doesn't he? So then, as it stands out, 7.4 seconds to gap to the front. Then sprint is 16 seconds away at the moment, but he hasn't stopped that. Soft tires. Sorry, I thought it was so good in the pits there. Now we got sprint then, and then we got Matt as well. So this is going to be very interesting indeed. Then Rizzle Sticks are on board for him at the moment. And Rizzle Sticks is down the top position. Asdog is coming on the inside. That is not going to work. Oh, there's contact. Rizzle Sticks is still in 11th position somehow. Asdog there is down in 30th position and had a very difficult race, isn't he, this afternoon? Asdog is here in Austin, as he was unfortunately qualifying, didn't go too well for him, did it? And look at this is getting very feisty here, isn't it? This ain't even for points yet. This is about pride, isn't it? Fantastic 17th then, and he's coming through turn 18. PB is going slightly wide there. He has done 13 laps on those medium tires. Asdog's done 12 laps on the hard tires. The hard tires are in a much better shape at the moment then, and he is now in 12th position then. Good battling indeed. I've been enjoying that. That's fantastic battling, isn't it? Snap is now on the back of a Penny, but Penny is coming back in the pits then, and I wonder what tires the Penny's going on. I wonder if he go on medium tires now until the end of the race then. Jan van den Breek has just said, well, what a race up to now. What a great race up to now. It really is indeed then. He's in the pits and Asdog just rejoined this battle here. And we've also got Roscoe, who is giving his teammate some food for thought as well. Roscoe's also got a 3-second penalty. He was battling at the sharp end with Maxi. Unfortunately, that wing damage damage. It's really giving Maxi a bit of a get out of jail free card here, hasn't it? Maxi was looking very strong when he got past Roscoe anyway, but I think it's just made it slightly easier, unfortunately, with the damage that Roscoe sustained when he came out of the pits. Like, what a shame there. But we still got Steve in the battle as well. We've still got Sprint and Matt in that battle as well, and those are all going to Constantina, I think, together in the second half of this race. And so don't go anywhere, folks. This is going to be a good one. As Asdog is now in 11th position as well. Rissel Sticks has dropped down into 12th position now, and as Asdog is now moved away. So Rissel Sticks making his debut here in IRC tonight, doing a good job, I think, having some good old battles there as well. So good stuff indeed. Then Hog is now behind. Hog is now still behind a double as yellow flags as that's Williams off. That's PB who's off the track there, and that's another spin for PB. He hasn't come in the pits yet. Those medium tires might be getting. Oh, he's damaged the car as well. Oh dear, that's not good for PB, is it? So he's gonna have to come in the pits early. Hog is through past double and moved up. No, he hasn't. I apologise. Hog is in the pits and he's rolling the dice. Then I'm making those up as I go along here tonight. Then he's in the pits and he is changing those tires. He is on the soft tires. I gotta say that I don't think that's going to get to the end, unfortunately, but again, as I said, that I'm rubbish with the strategy then. But Hog there is taking a gamble, I think, on these soft tires there. He might have to come in again, unfortunately. He is coming out in between. Well, he's actually going to be on the battle between Snap and Timmy in the battle for 12th and 13th positions then. Brown is just got in front of his teammate as well. PB is in the pits and he was on a good old battle there, wasn't he, in the midfield. We got Penny in 70th position and JJ also in 80th position as well. And I think that this is what we need to be keeping on, though, is this battle here between the Toro Rossos and Renault of Harry. Harry don't need to come in the pits again. I don't think T. Samuel Roscoe does either, but I keep saying that I don't think that they need to come in the pits. But I gotta say, I don't really have any earthly idea what's going on with strategy. Anything could happen in this race, can it? We could even have a safety car, couldn't we? They're really spiced up towards the end, so do not go anywhere. As I said before, this is going to be a very incredible indeed, because Matt is now starting to give Sprint some food for thought, isn't he? Sprint is now still only 15 seconds behind Steve, so Steve is going to have to do some overtaking. When are they going to come in the pits on the soft tires? I think they need to do another couple of laps first and double Harry, T. Sammy and Roscoe. This is going to be a great one, isn't it? We've also got Timmy, Snap and Hog who's on soft tires, so Hog is going to be quite quick at this stage. Oh goodness me, Double there, give me a haircut there, isn't he? He's in the pits, Double is in, Double is coming into the pits then, and he is going to be, what tires is Double going to go on then? I think he might be able to get on the softs from there, possibly. Well, I said earlier about a Hog not getting onto the softs from there, so that just shows I don't know what I'm talking about. Oh my goodness me, look at this then. Timmy, and into the pit seconds results as well then. So his teammate is coming to the pit, so he's on the soft tires then, so maybe the soft tires will get to the end from here. Again then, as oh goodness me, so we got Snap there who's having a look on the inside. He's past as Timmy, he's in the point. Snap is once again then, and he is a great pass. Where's Timmy? Timmy is staying on the outside then, he will have the inside for turn 2. This is going to get very perilous indeed then, with Hog also involved as well. They come for the S's then, and Timmy just backs out of that one slightly then. I think he might be waiting for the long straight then. Rizzle Sticks is also on the soft tires to the end of the race then. Good stuff indeed then. T. Sammy and Roscoe are now starting to hound the back of the Renault of Harry. Asdog is in the points as well, but he's going to have a long slog from there, isn't he, on those 15 lap old hard tires. I'm wondering if he might throw on a set of softs towards the end of this race as well. There's going to be a lot of lightning quick drivers there, isn't it? T. Sammy is through and passing up into 7th position there. Roscoe's trying to sneak through as well, but not quite then. So is Roscoe going to have another look then? No, he's not at the moment then. And that status quo at the moment then. We're just waiting for the... There they are! And look at Hog then. He's all over the back of Timmy. Timmy, of course, he's done 30 laps on the hard tires. Hog is up the inside. Not quite at the moment. As JJ's off the track in a big way. A virtual safety car now. Hog almost went into the back there, didn't he? Steve is coming to the pitch, roll the dice. That's a cracking maneuver there from Steve. I think he's going to get out in front of Sprint. No, he's not. So Steve is in 3rd position then. Sprint is in 2nd position then. So he's right behind Sprint then. Anyone else going to roll the dice and come to the pits then? I'm not sure if it's worth anyone else, is it, to come in the pits then, perhaps then. Roscoe is was shaping up a move for Harry, wasn't he, until that virtual safety car comes out. He's trying to catch Harry on the nap in here. Oh my goodness, he almost did then. And, Oh, look at that then. And getting very pinchy there in the end. And Timmy is coming in the pits, and Asdog's also in the pits as well. So they're changing tyres, and they're going on to the soft tyres and to the end. And Hog is now in 10th position as well. Good stuff indeed. Then Roscoe and Harry are still in close company. Steve is now all over the back of sprint. So Steve has the soft tyres. Yellow flag, and Snaff is off the track, and that's damage for the red out there. That's damage for the red out. And Snaff is off the track. Then it's all going to spin in, and he has dropped down to 12th position. Steve is now up into second position, I should say. He's up in the second position. He passes, and he is now waiting. So he's got a 23-second deficit over Maxi. Maxi has been incredible today, hasn't he? He's been a League of One, hasn't he? Really, Maxi really impressive indeed. There, but remember, he has to pit, and he is in the pits now. Maxi he's in the pits, and he's going to be on the soft tires as well. Roscoe up into 7th position, and Harry is in 8th position. And good stuff indeed there for Harry. Lovely stuff indeed there from Roscoe. Then, and he is now in 7th position at this moment in time. I think Toro Rosso are 1 point away from winning the constructors at the moment. Then I think Snap then is dropping down the order, and he's got damage, hasn't he? Snap, what a shame for Snap. He's on once again a strong drive, and it could come to nothing if we still have racing conditions, still have normal racing conditions. He might need a safety car or something now to get himself back in this. What a shame there for Snap. And he was on a fantastic drive, wasn't he? And you can see, look at the understeer there, because that is a very good demonstration for Snap. Albeit he doesn't really want to be demonstrating about the understeer on that Renault at the moment, does he? He just lost a lot of end plate, hasn't he, on that Renault. What a shame there for Snap. And he was on course. He'd come in the pits. He was on course at some points. Hog has got the fastest up at the moment. And I think that'll be Hog's first fastest up in his career in IRC then. So fantastic stuff indeed then. Snap there is going off, and that's unfortunate. He's going to be coming in the pits. Brown is back in the pits as well. He's going to throw on a set of soft tyres, isn't he, until the end of the race as well. So he's in the pits indeed then, as Brown is, of course, that inspired NHS helmet. Lovely touch indeed then. And he comes out of the pits now as his teammate is going to be, they're going to be very close to Williams, guys are. Not that close actually, because PB is in front of Brown there. There he goes into turn 1. Brown is in 16th position. Williams are 15th and 16th in this race at the moment. Snap is in the pits, changing the nose cone on that Renault, and also going on to the soft tyres until the end of this race as well. Then I think that Snap, as I said, Snap is going to be a very difficult place for Snap now to get any points then, as we're now on board then with our champion T Sammy, and Fizzy is in front of us alone. Now remember their battle between these guys in Japan. Steve set the fast out of the race, and he's really lightning at the moment. He's only a second behind Maxi. Goodness me, and that undercut was very powerful indeed there. So Steve there, he has a 1 lap over tires the nose of Maxi, so Maxi still has the tire advantage at the moment, but that is a lot closer than what I think I would have thought, and definitely what Maxi would have thought perhaps then. T Sammy then is now hounding down Fizzy. Fizzy's done 11 laps on the hard tyres, and Matt has done 9 laps on the medium tyres, 11 laps for sprint as well. Then, as I said, these guys are going to be concertining together, I think, towards the end of this race, and 8 laps to go. Let's take stock then, as now at lap 20 out of 28, Maxi leads 2 seconds in front. Oh, Fizzy's off the track. Then he's compromised himself, hasn't he, in the first sector. Of course, if you compromise yourself in the first sector, it's a very difficult time to get yourself back on track and back in the running there. And look at this, that is T Sammy now is he's in DRS zone as well. He might be able to get Fizzy at the end of this back straight. Roscoe is also charging as well, like an Italian bull then, of course. Now they're on the back straight. Of course, this is the final 3 races we'll be calling these cars the Toro Rosso before they come the AlphaTauri, I think is what they're called, isn't it? I was going to call them AlphaTauri, but apparently Ted Kravitz is saying the AlphaTauri, and Ted Kravitz's word is definitely gospel with me. T Sammy is up into 5th position. He went slightly wide though, but he is okay. He's okay. He's gotten the inside into turn 16 there, and now he's for Roscoe is the next man. Is Fizzy going to have a look on the inside? Not quite then. He doesn't have the tires at this stage of the event, does he? Roscoe is now 7 tenths of a second back at the moment. Then he's now Fizzy's next defence, isn't he? So let's see what Roscoe can do. Roscoe would be battling up there with Steve and Maxi, wouldn't he? If he didn't have that wing damage, he's had to have an extra pit stop today, hasn't he? Roscoe, which is unfortunate, isn't it, for the Toro Rosso driver then? Yeah. Anyway, what was I saying before Fizzy interrupted me? I was talking about the race order, wasn't I? Well, as soon as I Roscoe start to go for. I think the Roscoe's going to have a good old lunge, isn't he? But Maxi leads at the moment there. 2 seconds in front of Steve, who's second there. Sprinting for position. A fantastic drive from Sprint once again then. Matt in fourth with T. Sammy fifth. This is the battle for 6th and 7th. It's Fizzy and Roscoe. Roscoe's got a penalty there. That might hurt him towards the end. And Harry in 8th position. Hogg in 9th position. Fantastic stuff. Double in 10th position. Very strong drive for double. Asdog having a bit of a miss below. Day in 11th position. Same with Timmy down 12th position. Rizzle Sticks on a strong drive in 13th position for the Haas. Very good stuff indeed then. Penny in 14th position there. Brown is in 15th with PB 16th and Snap, who was on a good drive until unfortunately lost his wing out of turn 1 a lap or two ago. So that's unfortunate. Now Roscoe is all over the back then. Brown has gone for the Penny as well. Roscoe is through. He's up into 6th position. Passes Fizzy and he is away as well. Toro Rosso is now on 18 points, which is enough for the Constructors Championship. So well done to the Toro Rosso team. They just need to stay there. I think that, of course, again, and that might be completely wrong because I've been wrong before in my maths, in my quick math, but I think that might be right then. Of course, Toro Rosso got a huge advantage coming into this race anyway then. So now Fizzy is dropping down 7th position. He's on the hard tires. Harry behind him is also on the hard tires as well. Look at that. The car, the back end is trying to step out on Fizzy, isn't it? Going through turn 19 then. And you can see a lot of correction of the wheel as well, isn't it? Those tires then are starting to going to be struggling, but not as much as those medium tires. This might come back to Fizzy later on in this race then. It's those medium tires then are not going to be feeling very fresh towards the end of the stint. There were still 6 laps to go in this race, isn't it? It's been a very good drive. It's been a very good race indeed, hasn't it? Well, I gotta say, as I keep going, as Steve at the moment now, he's had a cracking drive now from 10th on the grid up into 2nd at the moment. Absolutely brilliant stuff indeed there from Steve, and it could be driver of the day for me. I think Doubles had a fantastic drive as well, actually, in the Haas as well. Hogg is in 9th position. Well, I think he's got the fastest up as of the other moment. So I think Fizzy might it's either Steve or Maxi that might have the fastest up. Actually, I'm completely wrong. I'm going down a rabbit hole here, and I don't really know the answer. So we'll leave that one there, shall we? Well, now we're watching the debutant and Brown battling for 13th and 14th position. No points is on offer for these guys, and I think that it's going to be a long shot if any of these guys do get points today, unfortunately. But it's about pride. Is that Rizzle Sticks has gone off the track there. Brown has made this job a lot easier for Brown, and he is up into 13th position there. Good stuff indeed. Then we've got PB just in the background as well. It's Penny who's just in the background with PB just flashing past as well. This is going to be the closest battle on track as well. But Roscoe is really starting to put the squeeze on T. Sammy in the battle for 5th and 6th. I don't think the Toro Rosso boys have finished yet, have they? In this final stage of this of the United States Grand Prix. Remember, we have 2 more races to go in Super, haven't we? And of course, in the least as well, we've got to go to the Brazilian Grand Prix in a week's time, don't we? Of course, that is going to be, of course, the Brazilian Grand Prix, one of my favourites. We had a full race last season, didn't we? I don't think we're going to have a full race this season in the Brazilian Grand Prix, and hopefully I will not be in the McLaren either as I was last season. Then we're going to finish in Abu Dhabi under the lights there, as it will be a duel in the desert, and I think the battle for second position, it will not be won here today. It will not be won in Brazil in a week's time. It will be all coming down to the final race of the season there, and who is going to be second. And at the moment, Maxi is doing a fantastic job, isn't he? He is going to be moving over competitions here tonight. Then he is really doing a good job. Matt, though, is still right at the sharp end as well, as is Steve as well. Great stuff indeed. Then I think Asdog is going to be the big loser today, isn't he? He's unfortunately out of the points, and he's gaining on double, hand over fist at the moment, isn't he? He's down to 2.3 seconds. Just watching Penny at the moment. Then lovely shot here from Penny in the Mercedes, and we're just watching Rizzle Sticks as well. There's a Penny there is throwing caution to the wing there, isn't he? On the first sector. Then Roscoe is gaining on his teammate. Then it's now down to half a second, isn't it? Those 2 Toro Rosso boys, they came to blows, didn't they, in the Italian Grand Prix under the safety car. We'll see how that one goes, won't we? In the final stage, well, with just 5 laps to go in this race. Then Penny is now all over the back of the debutant. Rizzle Sticks. And can Rizzle Sticks do anything to repel the attack attack from Penny. Lovely shot here. PB has dropped back slightly. I think PB's tires might be coming to the end of their life, unfortunately for him. So now we're Penny then. We can focus all his efforts on the battle for Rizzle Sticks then. We're joining this battle between the Toro Rosso boys in 5th and 6th position then. Matt is 7.1 seconds down the road. I don't think they're going to be able to catch Matt in his final stage there. Matt is on very healthy medium tyres. Well, he came in quite late, didn't he? So he does have the rubber the green on those medium tyres. And we got Fizzy who's 4 seconds back at the moment, and Harry is 6 seconds away from Fizzy as well. Hog is in 9th position, Double in 10th position. Asdog and Double are going to be an interesting fight towards the end as well. It's Double is battling for a point then. Asdog needs a point now. I think he needs all the points he can get now, doesn't he, Asdog? As he has had a very difficult day. Remember, keep an eye on the social media platforms as we'll be showing you all of the championship standings, won't we? So keep an eye and see who is still in the battle for the second place in the championship and the third position as well there, as it's very covered, unless you're Kimi Räikkönen, of course, who doesn't want to go to the FIA Gala, even though he did have a very good time last time, didn't he? He went to the FIA Gala, but back in 2018, of course, we had a lot of Kimi Räikkönen memes, didn't we? Which I gotta say is absolutely brilliant stuff, isn't it? So it's definitely worth Kimi going for me anyway. It was very good. It was very good entertainment. Roscoe then is 7/10 of a second away from his teammate at the moment, as I wonder if T Sammy is just turned it up slightly, turned up the engine slightly. We'll see what he can do now. It's coming over the grid action as well then. DRS is wide open now then, as he is coming up the hill then into the first turn then. T-Tommy's gone slightly wide there, hasn't he? Rizzle and Penny. Look at this then, it's a Penny there. Oh, he clipped the inside there and had to have a half spin there, didn't he? Matt's got a 3-second penalty. Is that going to pay dividends in the final stage of this race then as well? Because Matt is on course for 4th position. That's 12 points, isn't it? He is currently 2nd in the driver's standings at the moment then. With, for Roscoe is going to spin it there and very well held. We've now got to Asdog. Asdog's got off the track. So is Double as well then. Asdog is up in the 10th position and Double unfortunately following there. I think he had a sympathy of perhaps T-Sammy going to the middle of the track as he wants to break that slipstream, but Roscoe is following him, isn't he? And now they're coming down the back straight. T-Sammy hasn't got much to gain, has he? Apart from pride, but that is still quite a big thing indeed, isn't it? Roscoe on the outside and T-Sammy has still got it there, but Roscoe's got to sneak on the inside, is he? He's had a look then. He is on the inside. T-Sammy's on the outside. Goodness me, great shot there for the Toro Rosso boys. T-Sammy is still on the inside, going into turn 17 as well. T-Sammy's still there. Oh my goodness me, he's going into the side of it. T-Sammy is still in 5th position row. Roscoe is still 6th, but he's pushing him through turn 18 then. Oh, as now a Double there is was 10th of a second back from Asdog there, but he's just dropped off suddenly. Unfortunately, in 11th and 11th and 10th position as well. Penny is now going to have another go at Rizzle Sticks. I think he's gaining on him again. Oh, T-Sammy there is just darted out to the left hand side there. He is defending the inside there. He probably thought Roscoe's going. Oh my goodness me! Look at that. That's a cracking shot then. T-Sammy there is still in 5th position. Roscoe's in 6th position. It's a great entertainment. This is about pride of the Toro Rosso team, isn't it? Fantastic stuff indeed then. And they're just probably putting on the show as well, aren't they? As they're so close to the Constructors' Championship, aren't they? Here in Austin. Fantastic achievement there, isn't it? Red Bull have done a brilliant job there, haven't they? But it's just not enough at this stage. Roscoe then is we got a double drop down then. Now then, as Timmy is now up into 11th position. He's 2 seconds off the points at the moment. He might be able to get Asdog in the final stage. So Asdog's on the soft tires. For those soft tires might be struggling then in the final stage of this their wear might be quite getting quite high. Lovely shot here is and we're just appreciating the oh my goodness me, Roscoe's on the inside. He passes the champion and he is up into 5th position. Roscoe is fantastic maneuver there. We caught the end of it and he is through and he takes his team. He's gone on the inside. He's gone on the inside there. Oh, and Roscoe's got wide then. He might have hurt his momentum then. T-Sammy, we're on board there with the champion now. He is following Roscoe through turn 18 as well. We're on lap 27 now, 28 then. And Maxi has been incredible, as he's been fantastic today. You can't fault the man. He is going for his third race win of his career in IRC. Brilliant stuff, man. As the two Toro Rosso boys haven't finished, Roscoe's now doing the T-Sammy tactic, isn't he? And T-Sammy is weaving from left to right then. He's coming down into turn one then. I wonder if that's a signal there to Roscoe perhaps there. And I'm not sure what that signal may be, unless T-Sammy, unless I'm not sure really. To be fair, what unless they're just doing a bit of team play, maybe they just want a team photo to celebrate this incredible day here in Austin. And so as so this is the close battle on track at the moment, isn't it? Everyone else is spread out. Let's just take a final look then at the racing classification at this moment in time. Then Maxi is on course for a third race win of his career in IRC. He's been brilliant, hasn't he? Today, I gotta say, this is one of the most impressive drives that I have seen. Absolutely fantastic stuff. Steve in second position. He's had a great drive from 10th to 2nd there, hasn't he? He's been really good. Third position there is sprinting, and of course he's 15 seconds off the lead there, but he is going for his second, no, his third podium of the season. Really well done there to sprint there. Really good stuff indeed. Then he got a podium in Italy, and he also got a podium in Russia, didn't he? So well done. Oh my goodness me! And T-Sammy is through, but Roscoe there is back in front then, and now goodness me then. And I just caught the end of that as well, as I was trying to work out how many podiums into. Oh, Asdog is through. He's passed Hog. Asdog has now got 2 more points to his resume here tonight then, and that it could be very important then in the final classification for the Drivers' Championship, isn't it? Which is very much all to play for. Matt's only 4 seconds in front of this battle here. He does have a 3-second penalty, doesn't he? Roscoe has a couple of penalties as well, which may pay a big part in the final classification here. Oh gosh, we got Penny and Rizzlesticks there once again. Then they finally sort out the ball. Oh, contact! Oh God, Rizzlesticks there contacted with Penny there, and Penny there has just been sent off. Unfortunately, just the slightest of touches there, which upset the car, the Mercedes then. Oh goodness me, there's 5 tenths of a second gap then between the Toro Rosso boys once again, and as they are still battling away, hasn't they? This has been a great entertainment towards the end. Then Timmy is back into the points, and he passes Hog. Oh, he's going to be Hog. What a shame there. Maybe he was a lap or two too short, those soft tires then, but he's trying his best, and he's trying to keep it on track. He's almost spun it there, and wow, oh goodness me, good Hog. Well, no, he is off the track, Hog is. Oh, what a shame there. He's on a cracking drive. Maxi wins his third race here in the United States, and his third race win of his IRC career. Fantastic drive. Brilliant stuff today. And Steve only 3 seconds back in the end in second position. Penny finishes 16th with PB in 15th position as well. A sprint coming through to finish in a very good third position. Now his third podium in the second half of the season. Has been absolutely magnificent, hasn't he? Roscoe and T-Sammy are battling away. Then Matt in 4th position there. Roscoe is T-Sammy is in 5th position. Roscoe is in 6th position at the moment. Then let's see if Roscoe drops down any further. No, he doesn't. Fizzy in 7th position there. Harry is going to come through in 8th position. 20 laps on those hard tires. The mammoth, same with sprint as well. Brilliant stuff indeed then. Asdog has done 21 laps on those, has done 10 laps on those soft tires, and Timmy's done 10 laps on the medium tires then. Final corner then. This is the battle for the for the points then. Timmy is in 9th position. Asdog's dropped down to 10th position then. Double will finish in 11th position, just outside the points there for Double. No, then Dobble's in the points then. Oh, and the Hog is off the track there. He was 1 lap away, wasn't he, from getting an incredible couple of points here, but unfortunately there he just spun it. Of course, Kvyat, Danny Fiat spun there as well, didn't he? So a couple of seasons ago as well, and damaged the car. And Rizzlesticks in his debut there, finishing the race there. So fantastic stuff there from Rizzlesticks. Really well done. But today it's been Maxi's day, hasn't it? He has absolutely destroyed the opposition, hasn't he? Pole position, and then the race win as well. So Maxi's third race win in the season. He was absolutely incredible. And there are the guys there on the podium then. And it's a Red Bull victory as well there. Second position there for Steve then from 10th to second. Well done to Steve. And of course sprinting again his third podium. And the second half of the season has been absolutely magnificent sprint, hasn't he? Really look forward to seeing what his progress is next season. Really incredible driver. Sprinters becoming, isn't he? Brilliant. Let's take a final look at the drivers, the final classification then from the United States Grand Prix then. And hats off to Steve and Sprint there for those penalties, and for T. Sammy as well. And Maxi won the race from pole position to checkered flag there. Steve, he didn't get the full Grand Slam there because Steve rained on his parade there. We're getting the fastest lap. Third position was Sprint, Matt in fourth, T. Sammy fifth, Roscoe in sixth position, Fizzy seventh, Harry in eighth position, Timmy in ninth, 10th position is double. Final point there. Dog in 11th position in the end. Then 12th was Brown, Hogg in 13th, Rizzle Sticks 14th, PB 15th, Penny 16th, Snap in 17th, Retirement, JJ and Sven there. So very good race there in terms of lack of retirements. So very well done to all the guys out there. Brilliant job today from Max there, and he is taking a march there in that battle for second position in the driver's standings there. He's going to be a tough man to beat with 2 more rounds to go. Only 52 points is up for grabs then. Really going to be interesting stuff indeed then. We'll see you in Brazil for both Elite and Super from next week there. Elite 7:30, Super 8 o'clock. We'll see you next week.